Hello, everybody, and welcome to Strawberry Stadium on the campus of Southeastern Louisiana University, where not only for the Lions is it senior night, but it's time for the 36th edition of the race for the River Bell Trophy. I'm Logan Loving alongside Lucas Hill. And Lucas, not only is this going to be a bloodbath version of this rivalry, this is a game that has so much history, dating back more than 36 years.
Yeah, it's an opportunity for Southeastern to be the third FCS team from the Southland Conference to get into the FCS postseason. The last 7 meetings, however, the road team has won the River Bell Classic. Nichols with an opportunity to get that one. But hey, there is nothing better than rivalry week in the last week of the college football season.
Yeah, and for Nichols to pull off that upset, they're going to be relying heavily on the reigning Southland Freshman of the Year, Miguel Brock Jr.
Yeah, Miguel Brock Jr. has played his best football up to this point. Him and Shane Lee both averaging over 130 yards a game the last 4 games of the season. That's been very critical for them, going on winning 3 of the last 4 games for them. He's going to be utilized a lot in the red zone, so you're going to see a lot of 22 inside the 20, and when you get in between the tackles, he's very hard to tackle.
And on the other side of the ball, trying to mess up the game plan for Nichols, just like he did last season, the FCS Defensive Player of the Week, KK Reno.
Coming off of a 17 tackle performance against Incarnate Word, he's a guy that I've always considered to be one of the more underrated linebackers in the FCS. High football IQ, reads the offense really well, and very instinctive. He's a north and south kind of defender and really is going to be a ball hunter the entire game.
Yeah, and for more on the latest run to the River Bell Trophy, we're going to throw it down to the third member of our team, our sideline reporter, Marissa Porter. Marissa?
One of 2 players in FCS.
Thanks, Logan. The Lions currently hold the River Bell Classic trophy, where it's changed hands every year since 2019, with last year's matchup decided by a walk-off field goal. Tonight, both these teams are fighting to see who's going to make the run to the River Bell Classic trophy with a possible chance at the playoffs at stake. Back to you, Logan.
All right, thank you so much, Marissa. Like we said, it's the River Bell Classic, the 36th edition, 71 degrees at 6 p.m. We're coming up to kickoff. They're about to decide, they're about to do the coin flip at midfield. Lucas, you came into this game, you got some keys to the game. What do you got for us?
Well, I mean, first of all, for Nichols, I mean, you have to be able to control the line of scrimmage. I think you've done fairly well in the run game overall, but you haven't been able to finish. That's where you have to find your identity in the last game of the season. I think this is a great opportunity for them, and then you got to get physical with probably some of the best wide receivers that you've seen in the Southland Conference. I know Stephen F. Austin has something to say about that, but for Southeastern too, they too have to own the line of scrimmage. Controlling the tempo as well is going to be very key. Keeping this Nichols defense on the field and just wearing them down is what's going to be very critical if they want to continue a potential repeat of the River Bell Classic.
Southeastern won the kickoff. They elected to put their defense on the field, 7th ranked in the FCS in scoring. It's going to be Nichols on the return. They're going to fair catch it inside the 5. We're going to get our first look at the day at Ian Rodrigue.
Ian Rodrigue, a dual threat type of guy, took over during the McNeese game, and since then, Nichols has won 3 of their last 4 football games. Seen a lot of production from him. You know, he was a guy that coming into this year, redshirt freshman, got an opportunity to really showcase what he can do. High completion percentage, really smart with the football, but he's a field general first and foremost, and I think that's what you're going to need from an offense that Nichols relies on heavily on the run game.
Miguel Brock Jr. getting the start. He's going to get the handoff, stretch it to the outside, and get wrapped up near the sideline.
Yeah, we're going to see a lot of this run game with Miguel Brock Jr. and Shane Lee. Both guys got combined with almost over 1,500 total yards on the game or on the year. Both are lethal in their own ways. Both are dangerous out the backfield in the receiving game, and when you get them between the tackles, it can be very dangerous in that department.
Rodriguez sends a man in motion. Looking straight back to pass. Pressure closing in on him. Fast ball comes out right into the hands of the Southeastern defense, Cam Ford, and it's an early turnover for this Lions unit.
What has been the one thing that has hurt Nichols all year? It's been turnovers. Good early pressure from Caleb Proctor. Then in comes Khalid Moore, the Mississippi State transfer, to punch the football out of Rodriguez's hand and into the hands of Cam Ford. Let's see if this Southeastern offense can take a quick strike. They've been able to do that all season long for Nichols. They've had one of the best defenses in the Southland so far this year. Let's see what they can do as Carson Camp comes back out.
And Southeastern's offense has struggled, only putting up 11 points a game in the last two, both against good defenses on the road. But here in Hammond's where they've been most comfortable. Carson Camp getting the start. Brandon Hayes goes in motion. If they want to win this thing, they got to find that rhythm. Handoff to the Jet. DeAndre Jackson going to fight forward for a few yards. Call it 2, maybe 3. Bringing up second down. You want to talk about setting a tone early. Coming out, you send the blitz on second down, and it's Lions football already.
Yeah, it was a great design by Coach Bill Detavio, the defensive coordinator here at Southeastern Louisiana, a guy that has been really dominant with his blitz schemes, different types of pickups. And I talked earlier in the beginning of the game about owning the line of scrimmage. One of the things that you got to do when you try to get back in your rhythm, establish the run game, and DeAndre Jackson's being your go-to guy.
3-man line for Camp. He's thrown outside quick. Jalen DiMaggio with the strong hands. Going to pick up about 4 or 5. It's going to be third and manageable for this offense. This is somewhere they've struggled in the last 2 they've spent in Texas. It's been struggling to continue the drives after they get the turnover.
It's been third downs as well. That's kind of hurt them at times throughout the season. But, I mean, you got to be able to counter off of that. I mentioned a little bit about Carson Camp. He's been one of the more consistent quarterbacks in the FCS this season.
And off Jackson, he's going to come up right around the first down marker, and we're going to see based on the spot.
They're going to give him the first down.
Good run by Jackson.
That was a really, really solid run. Good job up there for that offensive line, just getting enough of a push just before the linebacker, Jake Dalmato, comes up and makes the tackle.
Leading tackler on this defense. That's going to be a fun linebacker battle to watch. Dalmato versus Reno. 2 very talented athletes. Lonnie Shin coming into the game. 2 tight ends in. Aiden Wilkinson at the bottom of the screen. Jalen DiMaggio one-on-one, maybe with some safety help. Going to send Wilkinson in motion. Camp calling for the snap. Fakes to Jackson, and it's a fade route to DiMaggio. That's the bread and butter of this Lions offense. I don't know what else to say. Touchdown, Southeastern.
I want you to look at the route that Jalen DiMaggio just ran. It's a clean, crisp route. He goes up, stutters inside, and then cuts it right back out to the outside. Just gives that little bit of a hesitation to freeze up Aiden McCowan, and it's a perfect strike from Carson Camp. What a drive, countering off of the early turnover, and Southeastern put 6 on the board.
Guillermo Garcia Rodriguez. Extra point is good. It is 7-0 early with 12:18 left in the game on the backs of Jalen DiMaggio's 9th touchdown. Hold off on the playoff thing. Welcome back to Hammond, Louisiana. Alec Mahler, one of the many seniors for this Southeastern offense, ready to do his due diligence in this kickoff. Going to send that one flying to Brock, who's just going to fair catch it at the 4-yard line. It's been an interesting year for Nichols, coming off the loss of one of their longest tenured coaches in Tim Rebo. Now they're coached by longtime defensive coordinator Tommy Rybacki.
Yeah, I actually saw Coach Rebo on my way back up here. Just an awesome guy and a big legacy that he left behind here at Nichols, one of the winningest coaches in that school's history. But Tommy Rybacki, a very, very hard-nosed guy, a very smart defensive-minded coach, and a guy that I think is going to lead this Nichols team to bright places. Look at this, taking the direct snap.
Wildcat snap, and it's going to go up the middle for a good gain. It's another running back that's not on our depth chart.
That's Shane Lee, the other running back that we've talked about. Like I mentioned, Shane Lee is the leading rusher right now for this Nichols team. Over 800 yards of total offense so far this year. Also can be dangerous in the receiving game as well. Don't be surprised if you utilize him in a variety of different ways.
Rodrigue QB power. He's got a seam to the left side. Going to put his shoulder down, get across the 40-yard line. Yeah, both of these running backs, Brock and Lee, came out of the same recruiting class. Brock, a sophomore, Lee, a redshirt freshman. That is a dangerous tandem for years to come Thibodeau.
Yeah, speaking of Thibodeau, Ian Rodrigue, what a story that has been. Coming from Thibodeau High School, you go on out right next door to Nichols University. You do some sat behind a couple of great quarterbacks. And here he is taking the starting role 4 games in.
Snap to Rodrigue, straight drop, pressure coming. He's going to step up, step away, roll to the right side. KK Reno giving chase. He's going to force him to throw it out of bounds. The closing speed from KK Reno, my goodness.
The strength of this Southeastern team is their front 7, and it starts with the big boys up front. You know, we mentioned earlier as well, Evan Aubrey has 3 sacks in the last 4 games of the season. He's really made a big impact as well, but KK Reno is a guy that I've already mentioned him as one of the most underrated linebackers in all of FCS football. Gonna see a lot of 0 tonight.
He actually ruined the game for Nichols State last year, getting an interception that led to the go-ahead field goal. Shane Lee bouncing off some tackles. He's going to pick up about 4 yards. Bring up 3rd and 6.
You have got to wrap up these 2 running backs. They're very difficult to tackle. You can't just arm tackle. You've got to wrap them up, and you got to gang tackle as well.
Yeah, Shane Lee, their leading rusher on the season, although it is close with Miguel Brock. And Brock is the leading receiver for this Nichols team. Just an unbelievable tandem they've got back there. Yeah, 3rd down and 6, Lee staying in. Got to watch for a halfback slip right here. Stack on both sides for this offense. Rodrigue going to take the snap. Step up away, find a man, and no one home. Just a miscommunication over the middle of the field. Rodrigue takes a hit. It'll be 4th down.
Yeah, it looked like he wanted to go to the comeback route.
Offense is staying on the field.
Wow, interesting decision early.
Maybe a quick kick coming.
It's either going to be a pooch. No, they're going for this, Logan. I don't see a pooch kick.
Rodrigue in the shotgun. Maybe just trying to get Southeastern to jump off sides.
Kick.
Yep. Gets it away, no one back to return it. Gonna check up at the 10-yard line, take a Nichols bounce right around the 5, and that's perfect for this Colonel's unit. But it's 7-0 Southeastern. They're gonna have a long way to go when we come back.
This is home. The place you live. The place you're from. And this is home. It's where your people are. Where your heart is. And this is home too. Your home for local health care you can trust. North Oaks Health System, improving lives every time, every touch.
In my Louisiana, sunrise means fresh seafood on the table.
My Louisiana, every meal is a celebration.
My Louisiana really makes me wonder. In my Louisiana, music is a way of life.
My Louisiana is sheer magic, from sun up to sundown.
Till sun up again. What will your Louisiana be?
When you find your Louisiana, you feed your soul.
Welcome to Casati Pines at Coshada, nestled in the natural wetlands of southwest Louisiana on 65 acres of looking glass lakes, surrounded by stately pines and live oaks. It's an experience unlike any other. A challenging 18-hole par 72 championship course, 6 sets of tees, and a unique 19th tiebreaker hole. Ranked the 18th best golf course in the USA by Golf Advisor. Casati Pines at Coshada in Kinder, Louisiana. Louisiana's best bet.
Lion up, Southeastern fans! Dufresne Building Materials is proud to support the Southeastern Louisiana University Lions and our Hammond community. Whether you shop online or at one of our 11 locations, we've got everything you need for your next project. From lumber to roofing, windows to tools, we deliver straight to your job site. That's the Dufresne difference. Serving our community since 1955. Lion up!
In Hammond, Southeastern playing from the 5-yard line, and there's the man behind it all, Frank Selfo.
And what a season that it has been for Coach Frank Selfo. 2 years ago, coming off of that rough 3-8 season, you bring it back last year. The biggest difference between the two in the last 2 years has been really hitting the portal hard and just been getting an abundance of different guys to help to contribute.
Handoff, Jaden Henry goes down. Maybe the turf monster got him. But we were talking about this before the game, Lucas. Frank Selfo has never won a River Bell game at home.
Yeah, dating all the way back to 2018. That was before Frank Selfo got here. Actually, that might have been his first year, actually. He's never won one here. Last time Southeastern won a home game against Nichols, 2017. The road team has won the last 7 games in this rivalry.
It's honestly amazing to see. Camp drops back to throw, swings it out to Jackson. He's dangerous in the receiving game. Going to stay on his feet, slip out of a tackle, pick up maybe a yard. It'll be 3rd and 8. And while the offense for Southeastern has been struggling, one thing you cannot deny has been their defense. They're top 12 nationally in scoring defense, top 10 in sacks, top 7 in total defense. They're allowing a little under 12 points a game against the FCS, which is another reason that they really should be considered for this playoff picture.
Yeah, like I mentioned, this is an opportunity for a 3-bid conference league. When you talk about teams like Stephen F. Austin, when you talk about Lamar, both teams that are considered to be top 16 worthy, I have an opportunity to potentially host at least 1, maybe 2 playoff games, depending on the outcome.
Blitz look, they're going to drop back. Camp pressure coming. He's just going to step up. He loves to run the football, and Carson Camp is going to pick up the 1st down.
That's a great job of Camp working up the field, recognizing the late blitz. I love the late pickup on the corner blitz, being able to recognize that and steps it up and gets into the 1st down. I want you to watch Holden Karakowski a little bit, kind of get away from a little bit of a hold. It's just enough, and the referees don't see it. It's a 1st down for Southeastern.
Hayes going across the formation. Camp going to hand off. They're going to fake the end around. Jackson's got room to run, and he's going to trip. They're going to mark him down just a couple yards past the line of scrimmage. A little bit chippy between Jalen DiMaggio and the man covering him. Anthony Rogers, redshirt freshman. But it's a rivalry game. I have an idea that they're going to give a little bit more leeway in this one. Jaden Henry back in. He started the series. Straight up give to him. He's going to run into a wall of Colonels. They're going to push him past the halfway point to the 1st down. On the 28-yard line, be 3rd and 4.5.
Definitely would like to see Nichols come out in that same look they did on the last 3rd down. Would definitely like to send another man or maybe have a delayed safety come from in the middle of the field.
Defensive backs playing a little bit off. Camp in the shotgun. He's going to send Joseph out in motion. Looking to throw. Pressure in his face. He's going to get it to DiMaggio, who gets crunched. It goes down clutching his ribs. That's not good.
He's holding on to his ribs. He got smacked right in the ribs.
Hope sorry, you just got the wind knocked out of him, but that was a massive hit by two Nichols defenders sandwiching DiMaggio. It's like number 27 for this defense. Peyton Talley, grad transfer.
That's a heck of a hit from Peyton Talley too, but we hope Jalen DiMaggio is all right. Definitely would be a significant loss for Southeastern if he's unable to go. And I want to mention this too. He has the check. Carson Camp has the check down to Jaden Henry too, and if he looks his way, he probably has a first down.
DiMaggio back up on his feet, walking off under his own accord. That's something you like to see. Hope sorry, just got the wind knocked out of him. Going to catch his breath on the sideline. Punt unit coming on for Southeastern. But you never really know with Frank Zelfo's special teams whether they're actually going to give it back to the other team on purpose. Quick shift here. And they are going to punt it, but we're going to have a flag procedural penalty.
Ball start, number 24, offense, 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
Head referee James Brookhart making that announcement. Going to back Southeastern up 5 yards.
That's a really good defensive series for Tommy Rabaki and this Nichols defense, being able to get off the field.
Kick is blocked by this Nichols defense. It's fielded at the 20 to the 15. They're going to take it down inside the 15. Red zone opportunity for Nichols. Ty Marsh recovering it. It's one of those big men, Kelvin Gray, a redshirt freshman, getting the block.
And Kelvin Gray came right up the middle. They usually have a wall right in between, but just clears it right up the middle. Nobody, he touches him. He's able to get a big hand up there. And Nichols sitting pretty inside the red zone for their third offensive possession.
And this is one of those things with the rivalry game. Special teams has been unbelievably good for Southeastern up to this point.
We got another direct snap. I expect to see this a lot. Don't be surprised if you even see Shane Lee go out and throw the football.
And Lee going to fake it, keep it up the middle, follow his blockers to the left side. Going to get down inside the 10. Prime scoring position for Nichols already.
You know, this Gabe Fertitta offense, Gabe Fertitta is a guy that's been around some big programs, was a former assistant over at Florida State and a former high school state champion over at Catholic High out in Baton Rouge. So he's got plenty of experience. Nichols has had a history of doing a lot of Wildcat. You saw it a lot a couple years ago with Colin Guggenheim here, and the legacy continues.
Yeah, Guggenheim, the running backs coach for this offense now. Another direct snap for Lee. Going to keep it again. Follow his man up the middle for a touchdown. And the Colonels strike right back.
We told you in rivalry games, every little thing is going to matter. Boy, does Nichols take advantage of it. Shane Lee on the direct snap. Good kick out block. Looked like number 20. It might have been number 22. That might have been Mikael Brock on the block. Just clears up the lane that Shane Lee needs to go right up the middle. And just like that, we got a tie ball game here in Strawberry Stadium.
Showalter good on the extra point. We're knotted at 7 with 5:51 to go. We're going to be right back. How can you not love rivalry football? Back in Hammond, Louisiana, a rare sight, an opposing team scoring a touchdown in Strawberry Stadium. And another one of the reasons Southeastern has been so good is because of this special teams unit. #1 in kick return average, #2 in total punt return yards, and that's been on the backs of this man, Brandon Hayes, who has 2 kick return touchdowns, as well as Dekai Joseph, who has 2 punt return touchdowns. They're actually going to kick this one to the up back, fielded at the 30. And a good tackle by Nichols. Interesting play. They do not want to get the ball into Brandon Hayes' hand for that very reason.
It's an interesting concept, but you're also kind of giving up some field position, at least 10 yards if it's no return.
Tommy Rybacki definitely trusts his defense to punish Southeastern.
Well, if you're Southeastern's offense, how do you respond? I mean, I know that this has been an offense that has kind of struggled the last 2 games, only putting up a combined total of 11 points a game. You know, this is an offense that has thrived on the big play, and so far they've gotten 1 so far, but you got to be able to establish your identity on the offensive line.
Fake to Calvin Smith, throw over the middle. Dekai Joseph can't handle it. Had it right around midfield. But you'll notice, Lucas, Calvin Smith Jr. has actually changed his number. He's wearing number 9 now.
Seeing a lot of numbers changes throughout the game. In comes Kyle Lowe now. Give you a different look, give you an option look, see if you can't put this Nichols defense back on their heels.
Been a little bit more of a one-sided quarterback battle as of late, but most of the year it's been a drive for Carson Camp, a drive for Kyle Lowe, and they would continue to switch out. Lowe going to give it to Calvin Smith, who's going to follow the counter up the middle, get a yard or 2. Nichols is ready to go.
Yeah, they want to play spoiler, and in games past, it has turned into a nail biter, especially when playoff contention is at stake. It's happened a couple times in the past whenever it comes to this game in particular, on both sides too.
You know, like I said going into the break, how can you not love rivalry football? 3rd down, Carson Camp back into the game, empty look. Nichols showing blitz. Watch out for Jake Delmato going up against the right tackle. He's going to get it out quick to DiMaggio, who's back in the field, but it's broken up. And Nichols gets another stop. Anthony Rogers making the play.
Tried to play quick with the delayed blitz, but an even better job of Anthony Rogers, the redshirt freshman. Has DiMaggio there, but when you play zone like that, it's easier to get out of your break and make a break for the receiver, and that's a great play by Rogers.
A little bit of an early contact, but like we said, it's a rivalry game. They're going to get away with a little more. This time the punt is away clean. It's low hanging. It's going to take a Southeastern bounce down inside the 15. Going to check up at the 12-yard line. 4:47 left in the first. If you're just looking at the box scores, you weren't expecting this one to be as close as it is. But that's the beauty of it.
Rivalry games always give you a different type of look.
And we talked about this before the game. Nichols' defense has been very good in terms of taking the ball away. One of their players, they are number 3 in the nation in interceptions thrown, excuse me. A lot of that has come from Deuce Hogan, who struggled early to start the year, but Ian Rodrigue only has the 1 interception of the year. He fumbled it earlier, which gave Southeastern prime field position, but he's been very good in the limited action we've seen him. He's going to fake it to the left side, dump it up over the middle. It's caught, leaping grab, and a first down for Nichols.
Got the tight end Alec Haynes involved. Nichols is going to go tempo. They like to keep this defenses on their heels. Good job of Rodrigue being able to stay poised in the pocket, find his tight end across the middle when the linebacker comes up, and he's able to dump it out and get a first down.
Another Wildcat snap, Shane Lee. He's kept them all of it. This time he's going to follow his man to the left side. Going to get cut, but he keeps going. Another solid pickup. Nichols is taking it to the Southeastern defense. They're being physical up front. They're trying to make them put their money where their mouth is.
Yeah, Shane Lee is a very, very difficult guy to tackle too. 225 pounds. Nichols prides itself on really emphasizing they're not necessarily these skinny fullbacks or these skinny running backs that you like to see, guys that are under 200 pounds. They like the big boys, and they like those north and south type of backs.
Rodrigue fakes the give to him, gets it out into the flat. Jaria Johnson with an excellent tackle, however. Bit of a late hit on Shakespeare Lewis, but they're going to let it go.
Yeah, that's a great job of Jaria Johnson being able to read the play all the way. He's able to get the tackle in the back and near the line of scrimmage. He's able to locate that back coming out of the backfield. Big third down for Southeastern. Can you get off the field, and can you find a way to shut down what has been a pretty consistent Nichols offense the last 2 drives?
Josh Randall, pass rush specialist, in another one of these seniors, is looking to make an impact tonight. Rodrigue fakes the give. Pressure coming from Caleb Proctor, who just lays him down. FCS All-American for a reason.
You know, you were talking about Josh Randall being a pass rush specialist. Caleb Proctor, I would say, is even better coming from the interior. Look at his hands. Being able to forklift off of that guard, and he's able to get into the backfield, and Ian Rodriguez just has to take a seat. Big third down stop for this Southeastern defense. One of the best FCS defenders in the nation is Caleb Proctor.
That's a low punt. Joseph going to back up. He's going to field it on a hop and take it to the right side. He's really good at this. Dakai Joseph cuts in at the 40, takes it to the outside, and he's going to get tackled at the 45-yard line. He has a couple of punt return touchdowns on the year. He wanted to bring that one back too. But that's the danger of this Southeastern team. They're not just really good at offense or really good at defense or really good at special teams. They're pretty good at all 3 and even better on defense and special teams.
You have a playmaker for all 3 phases of the football game. Now for this offense, I mean, so far, Jalen DiMaggio, it's been your #1 target all year. It's only just that got that 1 catch or 2 catches. Ever since then, after the first drive, it's only been targeted twice since then. I know it's still early in the game, but you want to target your #1 guy very early often.
Lowe fakes the give, keeps to the right side. He's going to get wrapped up quickly. Number 45 for this defense, that's Alex Villavasso, redshirt junior. Camp checking back into the game with Kyrie Paul and DeAndre Jackson.
Man, this Nichols defense is all over the field, and they have been for the last 4 games of the season. They're very physical, and they show it on full display on film. You know, I watched a lot of what they play. They play the same 4 defensive linemen. They just have no quit in them either.
Extra man coming in. Good block for Kyrie Paul out in front. And Paul going to take it to the other 35-yard line. That's an excellent block by the senior receiver, Jordan Williams.
That great job of Kyrie Paul being able to slip out of that tackle on the quick slip screen. That great job of Jordan Williams, even Jalen DiMaggio, being able to throw a little block in there to give Kyrie Paul, the freshman from Estruma High School, the room that he needs to pick up a Southeastern first down.
Now that's 5 running backs that have made an impact in a game for Southeastern this year. That's just unbelievable at any level of football.
You're going to see all 5 play tonight as well.
Camp fakes 2, Paul. A lot of time to throw, steps up, fires over the middle. There's Jordan Williams getting rewarded for the block. Takes it down inside the 10-yard line.
Man, what a physical run after catch by Jordan Williams, a transfer from Central Michigan on the little inside route. He's able to get it right in between. Great throw from Carson Camp, being able to find that window. That's just an even better job of Jordan Williams, just working up the field and fighting his way inside, just inside the 10-yard line.
Doesn't hurt that he has those neon gloves. Easy to distinguish that. Clock ticks inside of 10 for the first quarter. They don't have to run a play, but they're gonna. Camp fakes 2. Jackson gonna step up in the pocket, find Cade Collier over the middle. He's gonna stay on his feet. That's Aiden Wilkinson, excuse me, down inside the 5-yard line. It's 7-7 here in Hammond, and we've got ourselves a war for the River Bell Trophy. Back in Hammond, Louisiana. Looking at this replay, the last play before we went to break, Aiden Wilkinson taking it down inside the 5-yard line. Just strong running. We got ourselves a football game. Playing from the 4. This Lions offense, once they get this close to the end zone, it's blackjack. It's 6 points or bust. Gonna send DiMaggio in motion. Just a quick throw over to him. And DiMaggio to the end zone. Touchdown, Southeastern, his 10th of the season.
What a response. What a way to respond if you're Southeastern Louisiana. I mean, just an incredible drive. Getting big plays and creating a momentum shift in this football game. Physical run after initial contact from Jalen DiMaggio to be able to stretch his way into the end zone for his 10th of the season.
That's great to see after he got the wind knocked out of him earlier in the game. Putting the wind back in this offense's sails. Garcia Rodriguez for the extra point. Up and into the Hammond Knight. Over the fencing, actually. Yeah, an answer right back. It's 14-7. We'll be right back.
Drop, yo.
Credit Union One offers everything you need to get the most out of your accounts every day. With digital banking, you can pay bills online, set up personalized budgeting tools, easily transfer money between accounts, and more. Plus, you can get paid up to 2 days sooner when you set up direct deposit. Get started at cu1.com. Credit Union One Free Checking has everything you need to bank on the go. Make deposits and more with our highly rated mobile app. And get your direct deposit up to 2 days sooner with CU1 Early Pay. Open your account in minutes at creditunionone.org.
Did you know our Jersey Mike's order came with a $25 Fanatics promo code? I did. It's kind of hard to forget, dude. $25 Fanatics promo code for every $25 you spend in the Jersey Mike's app when you have chips and drinks. Insane deal. Awesome. Can we please turn it off while we're eating? Oh, he's right there. He can hear you. Right, Simon? Spot on. What'd he say? Simon feels very attacked right now. He feels attacked? That's what he said. Oh, he feels attacked.
My Mike's members score Fanatics gear, like Simon, when you order through the app.
I have always enjoyed an active lifestyle, but the pain in my knees wore me down. The pain I experienced made it difficult to stand for even more than 5 minutes at a time. I was so tired of telling my grandsons, I can't play now, Nana's knees hurt. Then I had both knees replaced at Memorial, and now I'm back doing what I love, making pasta with my husband, hiking, and spending time with my grandkids. Next stop, Yellowstone. This is my life without joint pain.
Here in Hammond, Louisiana, 14-7 in favor of the Lions. Looking at the stats historically, it's been a while since Southeastern has had a double-digit touchdown receiver. Kick is up and away. Fair catch. He's actually just going to let it bounce into the end zone, Miguel Brock. And now it's time to see what Ian Rodrigue has in store for this Lions defense.
I thought he's done well for the most part. I thought he's been able to manage these drives efficiently. The problem is that you have the early turnover that's led to points. And other than that, I mean, drives that have stalled and just pass rush from this Southeastern defense has really changed the outcome of the game.
Yeah, Caleb Proctor pretty much fell on top of him on the last drive that led to the Southeastern touchdown. In the pistol with Brock. And actually send him to the side. Takes the snap, looking to throw back to the left side. Caught over the middle. Good tackle by, take a wild guess who, KK Reno on the spot.
I already said that he was going to be one of the featured backs, one of the featured players going into this one. And there's a reason why. He's one of the best linebackers in the country right now. And after what you've seen all of last year, over 110 tackles so far this year. And he's a guy that I think is going to be a name to look out for in the Buck Buchanan Award when it's all said and done.
Rodrigue, another pistol look. He's going to hand it to the outside. Miguel Brock going to follow his man up the middle for a first down.
Yeah, it's a great run by Miguel Brock, but it starts with the big boys up front. Great push on that right side. Great reach blocking. That was allowed for Southeastern's defense to kind of get pinched out outside and give that rushing lane that Lee needs to get a first down.
Now Shane Lee in the game. Rodrigue coming under center. Miguel Brock actually split out wide. You mentioned that Shane Lee has thrown the ball. They're going to call a penalty before the snap. False start going to back them up 5 yards.
False start, number 83, offense, 5-yard penalty. First down.
Penalties have been the death of Southeastern and Nichols, as far as I'm aware.
It's kind of been uncharacteristic, especially at this part of the season.
Yeah, it makes more sense for Nichols to false start here than it does for Southeastern, though. A very packed Strawberry Stadium crowd. Probably the most people in the stadium that's been all year.
This is impressive, just seeing how many people are out here. Just got to walk down the field a couple times, and just seeing the amount of support they have for this team is incredible.
1st and 15, tap pass. Miguel Brock's got a lot of room to run. He's got the first down and a lot more. Shakespeare Lewis going to trip him up out of bounds across the 50-yard line. He leads the team in receiving for a reason.
They're going to get both of these running backs involved on the little pop pass. Great blocking outside by his counterpart.
Shane Lee leading the way.
That's an incredible job, just being able to stay on his block, and Rodrigue does the rest with his speed.
Evan Aubrey coming into the game for Max Elkman. This is something Southeastern likes to do, not only to substitute, but to slow down the momentum of the offense. Handoff to Brock again. Going to bounce to the left side. Slips free of a tackle, and he's going to get to the 40-yard line.
Man, he is so slippery when you get him out of the backfield. Miguel Brock is very hard to tackle in space. I've already mentioned it in pregame. You have to gang tackle on this guy because he's going to make you pay if you can't wrap up on him.
And Caleb Proctor coming back into the game now. Imagine with a game of this magnitude, this is 4-down territory already, even if they don't pick up the first down. Fake to Brock, pressure coming. He's going to step up and he's going to go down. Jakiri Jones coming on the safety blitz.
It's a great job of Jakiri Jones coming up from his safety position, able to keep contain of Ian Rodrigue and being able to get the sack.
Second time Rodrigue has been put down in this game.
Good job coming up kind of off the edge, and just an incredible job of being able to step up, able to maintain his composure and maintain that containment to get a sack.
Pop to Brock. He's going to cut back. That's not really going to do much for him. But like I said, it's a rivalry game. It's the end of the season. It's 4th down. And I can only imagine this offense is staying on the field.
Yeah, especially in a game like this. It's a massive one for Nichols. You've seen Southeastern go for it on 4th down. This is another early 4th down opportunity for Nichols. Don't see them doing a little delayed punt from their quarterback once again. I see them being potentially with a draw or a quick pass.
Watch out for Scrappy Osby. 124 yards last year's River Bell Classic. They're going to roll to the left side, looking to get it to Osby, who's going to make the catch right around the line to gain. They're going to give him the first down. It's good design.
Yeah, you get Osby out on the quick out right near the sticks, and it's a really good route. Zach Johnson just wasn't able to get there in time, and it ends up in another Nichols first down.
When it comes to these rivalry games, you can really throw out the statistics. You can throw out everything that's come before. These are two teams that just want to punch each other in the face. That's really what football is at its core, isn't it? Shane Lee in the backfield. Flea flicker from him. Rodrigue looking to throw over the middle. And it's a tough grab and a penalty coming in after the hit. First down for Nichols. Jackson Dufresne.
Love the design going with the flea flicker, and an even better job of Ian Rodrigue being able to locate that football
Pass interference.
There's a flag on
Number
the play.
28, defense. The penalty is declined. The results of the play, first down.
Pass interference penalty will be declined, so it's a first down for Jackson Dufresne either way.
Love the design going to the flea flicker. Dufresne does a really good job of being able to locate that. And extremely good. Oh, they're going quick into the line of scrimmage.
Rodriguez going to toss it out to Shane Lee, trying to catch his defense off guard, and that's exactly what they do. Shane Lee to the end zone for his second touchdown.
Love the play calling on this drive by Gabe Fertitta, the offensive coordinator. Being able to catch this Southeastern defense on napping 2 consecutive plays. First you get them on the flea flicker, and then you get quick to the line of scrimmage. Get him inside 13 personnel. Just an old school toss and great blocking off the outside to get into the end zone.
The ruling on the field is a touchdown. The previous plays under further
Make sure
review.
he actually did score.
Timeout on the field.
Great reach blocking across the field. And that ball crosses the plane. That's a touchdown, Logan.
Yeah, not only that, Lee's foot just smacked it. It's 14-13 temporarily. We'll come back and get that ruling. Back in Hammond. Back in Hammond, awaiting the ruling from the head referee of this crew, James Brookhart. Alongside Philip Anaya, the umpire, James Hussey, the line judge. We're getting another look at this. Certainly does look like he scored from the angles we've seen.
Yeah, that ball crosses the plane. This is a touchdown, Logan. This shouldn't be taking much time at all.
Caught Southeastern napping.
Yeah, the ball crosses the plane, and his foot does barely touch the goal end zone. That should be a touchdown.
We're going to get the ruling here in a second, looking like it's going to stand. Crowd is cheering because there was a little mishap with a dog on the field. Took a little time to relieve himself during the break.
No.
Cheering for the trainer.
After further review, the ruling on the field was upheld. Touchdown.
Yeah, they're not cheering because of the overturning on that. That call stands. It's a touchdown for Nichols.
How many times have you seen a dog just relieve himself on the field?
Oh, it wasn't pee.
That's even worse.
It is so much worse. Extra points up, straight over the scissor lift. It's good. We're knotted at 14 with just under 10 minutes to go.
Play calling has been really good from Gabe Fertitta the last couple of drives. Boy, Logan, do we have a ball game on our hands here in Hammond.
Yeah, and should Southeastern win, they definitely have a case for a playoff picture. But outside of that, there's 2 really good teams ahead of them in the FCS rankings right now. Lamar, one of 5 teams with 2 top 15 wins, excuse me, one of those being Southeastern. They've got 8 FCS victories, playing for their winningest season since 1949. They got a win over UTRGV, number 11 nationally in third down defense, and strong numbers in scoring in total. They've got a resume and a November profile that definitely mirrors a playoff team. But we've got our Southland automatic qualifier, Stephen F. Austin, First time they've been conference champs since 2010. Nichols going to pooch kick it again. This time Brandon Hayes going to field it on the run. Going to cut to the left side, and Brandon Hayes still on his feet. We can see him run, and he's going to go down around the 30-yard line. Whole lot of running for a whole lot of nothing.
I mean, you were able to get past the 30 a little bit. That's wouldn't necessarily say nothing, but I mean, it's when you have speed like what he has, it's hard to not trust yourself whenever you get on the return. Ends up in a 10-yard return, so it's definitely gives Southeastern more favorable field position, but that's the speed that Brandon Hayes possesses. And I know that there's been a lot of college coaches that I've talked to over the last couple of weeks that have mentioned Brandon Hayes as probably the most dangerous player on this Southeastern roster.
Yeah, at any point he can change the game. Kyle Lowe in now, playing from the 32. Looking to throw quick over the middle for Aiden Wilkinson, who's going to slit free, get close to the first down. Probably going to mark him half a yard short.
I'll tell you what, Aiden Wilkinson's role in this Southeastern offense has evolved so much over the last couple of weeks. Get him out into space, and he is very hard to tackle. The sophomore coming from Central Louisiana out in Baton Rouge.
Yeah, if you came into this game expecting a one-sided affair, you don't know Southland football. Lowe going to keep it to the left side, pick up the first down. Lowe stays on his feet. Kyle Lowe in the clear across the 40, shoved out of bounds. Probably his best run in a few weeks.
Yeah, Kyle Lowe finally getting his feet back underneath him in this offense, really turning a new leaf in how he's developed overall. Really good run on the designed behind option. Really good blocking from Kate Collier leading the way. And if Anthony Rogers isn't there, he's taking a house call.
Was the leading rusher on this Lions offense for a good long while this season. Hayes in motion, tap pass to him, and here's some of that danger. Brandon Hayes is going to pick up about 7 yards. And that's without being touched.
I think now at this point in the game, this is where you're going to see Southeastern really start to see more of a different look. Start to go more up tempo. Really good run from Brandon Hayes. Good blocking by Calvin Smith, being able to clear a little bit of a hole for him. He gets Southeastern near the 30.
Carson Camp back in the game now. Calvin Smith right beside him in the backfield. 2nd and 3 call it. Around 8 minutes left in this second quarter, excuse me. And off to Smith up the middle, and Calvin Smith with room to run. Calvin Smith strong. Up, down, inside the 10. They're going to mark him right at the 10, actually.
Man, is Calvin Smith a dangerous runner or what? Just an incredible run from the freshman who's had a dominant start to the season.
Man down for Nichols. We're going to take another look at that run.
Watch the hole just opened up. Almost like the Red Sea pardon. Good job by Logan Potter, number 78, and Riley Witten, number 65. The two guards who have had a really phenomenal season at their respective positions, being able to really lead the charge on this Southeastern Russian attack that has dominated the last couple of weeks.
You know, we've talked about Calvin Smith a little bit over the season, but his running style reminds me so much of NFL great Adrian Peterson.
Yeah, he's very upright when he runs, and when you get to the second level, his acceleration and his initial burst is out of this world and very impressive for an 18-year-old kid.
Trainers are checking on the man down. I believe it was the man that made the tackle. Aiden McCowan went up clutching his hand after trying to strip the ball, probably possibly landed on it awkwardly. We do hope he's okay. Southeastern will have it 1st and goal.
Man, you talked about Stephen F. Austin and what they possess. They've got two really, really good players. Sam Vidlac, who last year was a Walter Payton Award contender for a very long time. You've also got multitude of different receivers that he can throw the football to. In fact, one of them,
Kylan Harris
was projected to be a Senior Bowl contender this year. I know I'll be making my rounds to the Mobile, Alabama. I'm really excited to see really the Southland Conference represent in the Senior Bowl. And
there's going to be a lot of players from the Southland at that bowl.
You've got at least 2, maybe 3 at this point in time. And this is in the preseason that they're on the top 300 list for the Reese's or for the Panini Senior Bowl.
Kyle Lowe back in the game. Calvin Smith still beside him. Going to hand off to the strong runner, and Calvin Smith churning inside the 5, mark him down at the 3. Just going to ride his back until he gets in, but he comes up limping there. That's not ideal.
Yeah, looks like he got his ankle twisted up at the bottom of that pile. Going to see a lot of 22. They want to go fast, and they want to keep this Nichols defense off the heels. It's a really good run.
Very patient runner.
Yeah, right around there, his ankle kind of gets twisted up at the bottom with some of the defenders and his offensive linemen falling on him.
We're going to get a timeout.
Nichols is going to call timeout. Yeah, they weren't set. Doesn't look like they were set up properly.
Just chaos near the goal line. It's actually a Southeastern timeout. It's 14-all. We'll be right back in Hammond.
DSLD Mortgage is more than just a home mortgage lender. Whether you're buying your first home or refinancing, we're with you every step of the way. We take the time to listen, learn exactly what you need, and make sure you're confident in your mortgage solution. With licensed mortgage professionals available across the southern region of the U.S., you have lots of options to make your perfect home a reality. We want to be your first choice to get you one step closer to your dream home. DSLD Mortgage. Any loan, any home.
In my Louisiana, sunrise means fresh seafood on the table.
My Louisiana, every meal is a celebration.
My Louisiana really makes me wonder.
Ours is fast!
With real-life swamp creatures!
In my Louisiana, music is a way of life.
My Louisiana is sheer magic, from sun up to sundown.
Till sunup again. What will your Louisiana be?
When you find your Louisiana, you feed your soul.
Credit Union One offers everything you need to get the most out of your accounts every day. With digital banking, you can pay bills online, set up personalized budgeting tools, easily transfer money between accounts, and more. Plus, you can get paid up to 2 days sooner when you set up direct deposit. Get started at cu1.com. Credit Union One Free Checking has everything you need to bank on the go. Make deposits and more with our highly rated mobile app. And get your direct deposit up to 2 days sooner with CU1 Early Pay. Open your account in minutes at creditunion1.org.
And 2nd and goal. Heavy box look for Nichols. 2 tight ends motion to the other side of the line. Jaden Henry, the power back in. Just going to give it to Henry, who's going to put his shoulder down. Extra effort. They're going to mark him down at the 1. Nichols says the ball came out. Southeastern wants a touchdown.
It was picked up by Logan Potter, one of the offensive linemen. He's in the end zone.
Conflict of interest here for both teams.
But it looks like they're going to mark him down at the 1 after they're going to say forward progress was shut down at the 1.
Going to be 3rd and goal from the half-yard line. I can't imagine they're going to kick a field goal here.
He was down too. I'm expecting for DeAndre Jackson to get this football.
Oh, it's going to be a false start on the right tackle, and that's never what you want to see. Got going early. Noah Devlin couldn't hold his water.
Ball start, number 61, offense, 5-yard penalty. Put down.
And another pre-snap penalty. We talked about this already.
Yeah,
unreal.
Those things hurt you down the stretch of a football game, and especially when you're that close to the end zone at the 1, you just can't have things like that. Lowe looked like he was about to change the play and audible to something different or a different protection, and Devlin just couldn't hold his water. Big 3rd down. I'm liking the matchup that I see. Now Nichols wants to take a timeout.
I
was liking the matchup.
First charge,
Jalen DiMaggio wanted the football
30 seconds
badly.
Yeah, I was looking at the matchup between him and Greg Jackson. He has about 3 inches on him, and if they throw a jump ball to him, it's a great play call.
Yeah, that would be that could have been his 3rd touchdown of the game, but we're going to get second time out of the half called for Nichols. Still 14 all. Looking like a quick timeout. Yeah, Coach Rybacki probably saw that matchup, didn't like what he saw. Well, we're coming out. Look out for DiMaggio again. They're going to play a little off this time.
Yeah, this time. Yeah, they're not man this time, but I'm definitely looking out for something in the middle.
Quick slant, maybe.
I wouldn't be surprised if they run that same screen again that they've gotten the touchdown on the previous drive.
Looking to throw the fade route to DiMaggio. He's got the football, and he's got another touchdown. 3.5 for Jalen DiMaggio. I don't know what else to say about this kid. That is 11 on the year, 3 before we're even 2/3 of the way through this 3rd quarter. 50-50 balls, 100% Jalen DiMaggio.
I told you that they were going to run a go route in the back of the end zone, and a great job going up against the leading interceptions leader in the Southland Conference in Lawrence Sullivan, and a great job of DiMaggio being able to locate the football and get that
After
foot
the play
in
was
bounds.
over, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 89, offense, his first of the game. The penalty will be enforced on the kickoff. The result of the play is a touchdown.
Touchdown's good. Unsportsmanlike conduct going to be tacked on in the kickoff.
Yeah, a lot of extracurriculars in the back of the end zone.
It's a rivalry game. Let's let the boys play. Garcia Rodriguez for his 3rd extra point. Up and good. It's a slugfest. Under 6 minutes to go. Southeastern's up 21-14.
You know, Logan, we were in for a battle to start this football game. We knew what was going to happen. Love the route, the little stutter and go in the back of the end zone, and Jalen DiMaggio is able to get that back foot in bounds and put this game in a 21-14 battle. All 3 touchdowns have been accounted for by number 1, who's been the number 1 playmaker for this Southeastern Lions offense. One of the best receivers in the Southland Conference.
Yeah, he's just a junior right now. I can only imagine how incredible his senior season is going to be next year. To say he's going to be on the Senior Bowl list, I think that's an understatement. I think he should be on the draft day list. This kid's unbelievable. Going to kick off from the 20-yard line, so prime opportunity for Nichols to get a good return, get some momentum going. Their scoring drives have been aided by great runs. That's what we thought coming into this game, the run game for Nichols. Southeastern's offense has finally seemed to find some kind of rhythm through Jalen DiMaggio. He's accounting for the last couple of weeks where the offense has struggled. Mahler, the senior, to do the duties. It's a low kick. That one's going to zip to the 20-yard line. Fielded at the inside the 10 by Brock. He's got room to run, but it's going to end up being around the 25-yard line, and he's still churning actually out to the 20, out to the near the 30. So about 4 yards of field position were they to just let that one skitter into the end zone. But Brock, solid return that time. And now what can Ian Rodriguez come out with?
Yeah, I thought he's done well just managing this football game, being able to be smart with the football. Haven't seen him throw any interceptions so far. In fact, his first interception of the year was last week whenever Nichols played. Really good return.
Yeah, Ian Rodriguez has been a much-needed breath of life into this offense.
I wouldn't be surprised if you take a one-on-one shot going up against Blaine Delahousie on the other side.
We're actually looking down near Zach Johnson, but it's actually a slip for Scrappy Osby. Takes a hit from Carter Hanberry, just found the hole in the zone.
Yeah, Scrappy Osby has been one of those guys that it's like it's in his name. He's been a scrappy receiver, just being able to get yards after catch and being able to get free on these little routes. Gabe Fertitta does a really good job of these different route concepts that they come up with in practice and they execute to perfection. And Scrappy Osborne is one of those guys that's been able to do just that.
Yeah, he had 124 yards receiving in the River Bell Classic last year. Almost won the game for Nichols. Motion for Osby. They're actually going to give it to Shane Lee, who's been the go-ahead man for this offense. Ahmad Bradley That is Khalid Moore coming up frustrated about the loss of his helmet.
Yeah, Khalid Moore had his hands in his face.
I think that's a flag down there. Or maybe that's a glove. Yeah, that is. Actually, that's the skull cap for.
Yeah, his hands were in his face mask. I was really surprised none of the referees even saw that.
Yeah, that's definitely frustrating. Whenever a helmet comes off mid-play.
Typically, they stop the clock, too, whenever a helmet gets off, but I might be mistaken.
But again, it's a rivalry game. A lot of things are going by. Motion for Brock. They're going to hand it off to Lee again. And Shane Lee in the clear. That's not even Shane Lee. That's going to be a touchdown for Nichols. Another long slip for this offense. That time, it's going to be Corey Warren Jr. out of Pearl River, Louisiana.
Have a game, Gabe Fertitta. What a half of football it has been for this offensive line, too. Get him on the reach blocks, and a great run by Corey Warren, being able to hit the sideline, work the numbers, get to the hash, and 30 yards later, Nichols has just tied this football game up.
Most points scored by an opposing team in Strawberry Stadium since 2 months ago when UTRGV came to town. And I mean, if you thought you were getting a one-sided affair coming into this game, you don't know the history of these two teams. It's 18-17 in favor all time in this series for Southeastern. Flag down, false start, going to back up the extra point a little bit. 4:17 left in the half. Southeastern gets the ball in the third quarter. Extra point is up, and it's good. We're knotted at 21. The rushing game for Nichols has been undeniable.
Just an incredible display from this Nichols offense on the run game. We told you it was going to be a battle of whose line of scrimmage was going to dominate. So far, it's been an even battle from both offensive lines. It's all about who's going to pin their ears back defensively and get that last big possession. Look at the reach blocking that you see. You're going to see. So what a reach block is, if you're a newbie, you're going to get a offensive lineman that's almost going to come and pinch inside and force Southeastern to go away from the play. Nichols does that to perfection, and it ends up in another 6 points, and we got a football game on our hands.
Everyone's always worried about LSU and Florida or Alabama and Auburn. They need to come down to Hammond to the Berry, see what's going on between Nichols and Southeastern. Year after year, we've seen some classics. Another short kick this time. It's going to find Hayes again. Fielded at the 20-yard line. Brandon Hayes finds a seam. Going to take it to about the 26 and a half. 4:12 Southeastern. Carson Camp hoping to put a drive that'll take the rest of this clock out and get him into the end zone so they can try to 2-for-1 coming out of the half.
Yeah, I think if I'm Southeastern, I'm wearing this clock down. I know I've been talking about how you need to play tempo, but from the way that Nichols has been running the football, I'm holding this football as long as I can all the way down to the half, or at least whenever you don't give Nichols enough time to potentially get another score.
Shotgun look for Camp. Jordan Williams, Jalen DiMaggio, Kentrell Prejean in the game at receiver. DeAndre Jackson beside him. He's going to get the handoff, find a crease. DeAndre Jackson out across the 40 to the 50. DeAndre Jackson takes a pot and gets the first down out of bounds.
Man, what a run by DeAndre Jackson. I said that this was going to be a game of whose offensive line was going to be able to counter. Good foot-pulling block by Karim Boudreaux. Gives the hole that DeAndre Jackson needs to hit the sideline and shows off that elusive speed. That's why they call him the Jet here in Hammond, Louisiana.
Across midfield, they're milking this clock. Jordan Williams coming inside. Camp takes a snap, fakes to Jackson. He's looking deep, has all day to throw, and he's actually just going to run it to the left side. trying to make a play, and he's just going to throw it away. Miscommunication between Camp and DiMaggio.
Yeah, that's great coverage on the back end by this Nichols secondary, a team that has had its struggles early on in the season being able to kind of defend against this pass, but really, really solid coverage on the back end for the Colonels.
You're playing right from midfield. Like we said, you'd love to go into the half, get a 2-for-1 coming out of it. Especially when your defense has been struggling to stop the run like this. Camp looking to throw quick out to Jackson. He's dangerous in the receiving game too. Gonna stutter, stay on his feet. He's actually gonna pick up about 3 yards. Flag coming in late in the play.
Looks like it might be a face mask in my opinion. I thought I saw DeAndre Jackson's face mask get ripped early on. That might cost Nichols.
See if we can get a look at this one.
Personal foul, face mask,
That's
number
exactly
9.
what it's going to be, Lucas.
Penalty is 15 yards added at the end of the play.
Good call, my
Automatic
friend.
first down.
First down for Southeastern. And in a game like this, I get the tensions are high. I get that it's heated, but that's just not a mistake you want to make.
Yeah, you've seen a lot of them early on in this football game.
Good slip by Jackson.
Yeah, just seeing, it looked like that might have been number 45, Alex Villavaso.
Made a couple of good plays, but that time it's a little bit of a mistake.
Timeout. Nichols,
Tommy
second
Rybacki
charge
wants to
of the
talk with
first
his
half.
defense
30
again.
seconds.
Yeah, Tommy Rybacki has created so many good defensive units over the years. It's why Nichols has been so good in the Southland Conference for as long as they have. Even here, their defense has been remarkable, getting any stops. They blocked that punt that gave them their first touchdown, gave them the momentum that they've needed to keep this thing where it is.
Yeah, they've had a lot of big plays throughout this football game. Just being able to get off the field early on. I mean, since then, though, we could be in for a firefight. I know the over-under from many betting sites said it was going to be about a 45 or 50-point ball game.
Hope you bet the over.
We're about to pass that in the first half.
Camp fakes to Henry, looking to set up that screen. He's just going to throw it into the dirt. Good play that time by the Nichols defense. Dominic, look, excuse me. It's Dominic Lejudis causing the havoc on defense that time. Getting a little tongue-tied. Shotgun now. Henry still in the game. This is prime position for Southeastern to strike. I can't imagine Nichols wants Jalen DiMaggio to beat them again.
Yeah, I'm looking for something over the middle.
Camp, straight draw, pressure coming over the middle, and he's going to pick up solid gain to Lonnie Shin. They're going to move the sticks.
Yeah, great read by Carson Camp. Lonnie Shin being able to sit down in the middle of the field as Nichols plays zone. He's able to recognize that, and he gets the first down out to the freshman tight end.
Creeping up on the 2-minute timeout. Man, if they have another one-on-one matchup with Jalen DiMaggio, I can't imagine they won't want to do it again.
And they do. They've got him lined up against Anthony Rogers. They've also got
motion from Hayes. Fake tap to him. Looking downfield for the end zone. Jump ball. Collier the target. Little too high. Good coverage that time for the defense for Nichols. Ty Marsh, redshirt freshman safety.
Good coverage on the back end. Tried to fake the screen. Had Cade Collier in a pretty good situation, but just a bit overthrown. Has it down a little bit lower. It's going to be a tough catch, but really good coverage on the back end by Ty Marsh.
Kyle Lowe in the game now. Probably be the last play before the 2-minute timeout. He's going to fake it to Jackson, and Kyle Lowe going to keep it. He's got room, and Kyle Lowe has got himself a touchdown.
Man, what a run by Kyle Lowe on the direct quarterback keeper. Man, this offensive line and receivers and the blocking has had a heck of a game. Good block by your tight ends, Aiden Wilkinson and Cade Collier, to give you the room to scamper into the end zone.
Now you're wondering if your head coach right back, the offensive coordinator as well for Nichols, what do you do with this ball when you get it back? Because you've got time. You've got a timeout. If you can get into this half tied, that's better than what anybody was expecting coming into this thing. Garcia Rodriguez. Rush up the middle, but the kick is good. It's 28-21. This looks like a final score already. I mean, my goodness.
You get you're faster than your defensive end if you're a quarterback. Good decision, because the defensive end kind of sinks in on the fake zone. Kyle Lowe's able to read that all the way and finds the open field with help from his tight ends to get into the end zone.
And for Kyle Lowe, that's got to feel really good for you.
Yeah, really, really heck of a last couple weeks it's been for Kyle Lowe and his family with the loss of his grandfather, the former San Diego Charger, great Woodrow Lowe. Just an incredible, unbelievable last couple of weeks. I actually talked with Kyle throughout the week. I asked him how he was doing, and you know, to the Lowe family, you know,
our condolences for sure.
Absolutely, absolutely.
It's 28-21. Alec Mahler looking to do it. Kicking off from the 35. It's up, and it's going to go through the end zone. Nichols going to get the possession back. If you're this Lions defense, you struggle to stop the run, but now Nichols is probably in a position where they have to throw the ball.
I don't know, Logan. I mean, you've had plenty of success so far in this football game running the football. I would continue. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's been what Nichols has done most of the year. It's been really successful running the football. I'm continuing to put my foot on the gas pedal and keep it up and run the football behind my big offensive line that's had a heck of a game.
We've got one timeout, really two with the 2-minute timeout. Even a field goal is better than nothing at this point in the game, but they want blood. They want 6. Rodrigue taking the snap. He's looking to pass. Pressure coming up the middle. He's going to step through it, looking for Osby, but he's going to overthrow him.
Yeah, that's great pass rush by Evan Aubrey and Caleb Proctor on Rodrigue. But if Rodrigue is able to put that one on the money, he's got Scrappy Osby open on the deep post.
That would have been a touchdown. Had an 84-yard score that put him ahead in the River Bell last season. Looked like it might just be enough. That time they couldn't connect. 2 minutes, 6 seconds. This is probably the last play before the 2-minute timeout. I've said that a few times now. They're just going to hand it off up the middle. Miguel Brock going to pick up a few yards. There we have it. We've got the 2-minute timeout. It's 28-21.
2-minute timeout.
It's a fireworks show here in Hammond. Don't go anywhere. We're not even close to the finale.
River Bell Classic, don't we love rivalry week?
God bless. Heated action on a not-so-hot Hammond night. Rodrigue on 3rd and 7. Looking to keep this one alive. Looking to throw back a screen. And just excellent play that time by Southeastern's defense. Ja'Kyrie Jones. We've said his name a couple of times.
You know, Ja'Kyrie Jones has played like an all-conference defensive back majority of the season. What a great play coming off of the quick screen.
Going to get a timeout from Frank Selfo. Caleb Proctor putting the pressure right in his face.
Even better job of being able to recognize it all the way and get out of his break, get underneath that wide receiver, just scraping across, and immediately meet the receiver in the backfield.
Loss of 5 yards almost that play.
That's a massive stop if you're Southeastern. You haven't been able to really stop much of the run game from Nichols, and looks like you were right, Logan. They did pretty much pass or throw the football a good bit on that drive. Really surprised that they didn't go back to the run game.
Now look out for Dakai Joseph. He's already got 2 house calls on the year, one that got called back against Northwestern. He would love to have his 3rd. Southeastern full rushing the punt. Joseph going to step up, field it, and he's going to get hit immediately. Great coverage by Nichols. Minute 46 left in the half. And this is pretty much the same situation as the last drive. If you're Southeastern, you've got 1 timeout. So does Nichols. You can bleed this clock as much as you want to, and you get the ball to start the second half. That is, I'd call that that's a 3-for-1, basically, with how they've done this, the end of this quarter.
That's a big opportunity for them to go up 2 possessions. In a game like this, that means the world to a team like Southeastern that has struggled offensively the last 2 games, really coming alive and really opening up the playbook for Carson Camp and Kyle Lowe.
Shotgun look. Jaden Henry in with him. Camp stepping away from the pressure, rolling to the right side. He's going to get it away before he goes down. Carson Camp rolling around on the ground.
You know, he got hurt. You know, he had his ankle rolled a couple weeks ago against Lamar. He'd been dealing with that, you know, going back last week to UIW, but looks like he is fine.
A little bit of frustration added with the pain. Got his ankles wrapped up really tight. Empty look. Five wide. The defensive coordinator for Nichols is not happy with what he's seeing. It's a quick throw out to Dakai Joseph, who bobbles it and goes out of bounds, but it looks like we had a stoppage before the play.
False start.
Looks like
Number
Nichols
89,
might have gotten
offense.
False start on
penalty.
offense for Southeastern.
See, I thought Nichols was able to get the timeout right before
it's interesting.
the half because it did not look like they wanted to go full house. It looked like the secondary wasn't really set up all the way.
I'm going to need another look at that if that's possible. It's an interesting situation. I didn't really see much movement, but they threw the flag. Camp coming out empty anyway. Minute 39 left in the half. Last thing you want to do is put the ball back in Nichols' hands. Five wide look. Camp can throw it wherever he wants to. They're sending 4 men. Creative blitz, but he's going to throw deep for Joseph. Pinpoint accuracy, but it goes through his hands.
That's a tough one for Dakai Joseph. He has that football on the deep route. Just unable to corral it in. It's a good throw from Carson Camp. Dakai Joseph's just got to catch it.
It's 3rd and 15 now. And if you're Coach Rybacki, you could get this ball back. You could tie this thing up again.
You talk about momentum shifters in this football game. This is a massive one. If you're Nichols right now, this is an opportunity for you to dial up some pressure, be able to get off the field.
Timeout.
Get a timeout from Southeastern. Frank
Final
Selfo
charge
calling his
timeout
last one.
of the first half. 30 seconds.
But 3rd and long is not unfamiliar for Southeastern. They've converted a 3rd and 30 on the year. They've converted 3rd and 17. They've converted just about every down and distance you can see.
Yeah, they've been one of the best in 3rd down conversions. Actually 3rd in the Southland Conference in 3rd down conversions right now this year.
Carson Camp coming off the field now.
Yeah, it's a really good throw from Dakai Joseph. He's just got to be able to corral that football in all the way.
Kyle Lowe coming into the game now beside DeAndre Jackson. I wonder if this is going to be a QB keeper. Try to run some clock.
They're loading the box right now. I wouldn't be surprised if they send the house.
They're going to send 3. They're going to hand it off to DeAndre Jackson, who makes a move. And wait a minute, DeAndre Jackson slips free. The Jet on the move. Down inside the 30. They hooked his face mask, and that's going to be 15 more. Anthony Selfo pulling out all the stops. DeAndre Jackson, you talk about momentum shifting. That shifts the game.
I mean, what a run on 3rd and 15. Looks like it's just a draw. But DeAndre Jackson does a great job of being the slip off of the tackle, being able to work back towards the middle of the field.
Personal
and he
foul.
gets into the end
Face
zone
mask, number
for
9.
an easy
Defense.
first
Penalty
down
is
for
half the distance to
Southeastern.
the goal.
Tackle on 10 more,
Automatic first
or
down.
15 more with it as well. And just like that, Southeastern back into the red zone.
And that's why you call those kind of plays in that kind of situation. DeAndre Jackson is just a game changer for this Lions offense. Jaden Henry checking into the game now. Senior night for the grad transfer. Taking under 1:20 left in the half. Henry's actually going to go in motion. Kyle Logan to swing it out quick. Joseph gets leveled, but it deflects right to Lonnie Shin, who's actually going to pull it in for a few yards. And Joseph looking winded again. It has been physical, but he finds his feet.
What a hit.
Is that same guy? It sure is. My goodness.
What a hit from Peyton Talley, the grad transfer. But an even better job of Lonnie Shin being able to focus in and being able to corral that football and get about 2 yards to save the play.
Shotgun camp going for DiMaggio again. Looking for a penalty. He's not going to get it. He wanted his 4th touchdown, then he wanted pass interference. It's going to be 3rd and 8 with 37 seconds.
Really interesting design.
Physical play.
Yeah, I thought it was it was hand fighting on both sides.
Anthony Rogers with some good coverage.
I was really close to from that being a potential pass interference and that ball being placed inside the 5. But a massive 3rd down for Southeastern. I'm definitely going back and looking to either one of 2 things. I'm looking for
Jalen DiMaggio's one-on-one again.
I'm looking for either number 1 or I'm looking for Brandon and Hayes.
Hayes does go in motion camp, looking that way. Going to roll the right, throw it to the back of the end zone for DiMaggio. A little bit too high. That connection has been money all year. DiMaggio goes down by the fencing. You might not be able to hear this on the broadcast.
Yeah, that's a tough play if you're Carson Camp. I mean, that's a really, he has Brandon Hayes open right next to the sticks. But I'm curious to see if Camp recognized that and he wanted to go towards the end zone. But even though it's an opportunity for Southeastern to get a 2-possession game out of it.
Garcia Rodriguez hits the upright, but it goes through. When it goes your way, it goes your way. And it's been going their way on offense pretty much this whole half. 31 points for Southeastern. He has struggled on the year. 9 of 15 coming into the game. That was just his 10th make of the season.
I mean, just barely gets the doink inside. And it barely makes it a 2-possession game.
If it works, it works.
You know, if I'm Nichols right now, depending on what you get in field position, I'm probably taking the knee right now. I
do believe that I overheard the offensive coordinator to our right calling that they're going to take the knee. But I'm not sure. If they get a good return on this, though, you'd be hard-pressed not to try to get points out of this because Southeastern gets the ball coming out of the half. They're already up 10. You do not want to let them go up 17 because that's at a point where their defense can pin their ears back and come and get you.
What a week it is for the FCS in the playoff race. South Dakota State trying to keep their playoff hopes alive, trying to knock out North Dakota, who's firmly in a position to get a top 16 seed. The game, Harvard and Yale.
Maybe the biggest edition of the game.
And this time, I think that the Ivy League will actually have a team in the FCS postseason. Last time it happened, Dartmouth made a run in the FCS postseason.
Brock going to let it bounce into the end zone. They're getting chippy again. 28 seconds left, playing from the 25-yard line. Maybe taking the knee is a smart decision. Although we have seen it with UTRGV. The last time that a team scored even close to this many points. They ran a fake knee before the half, got a field goal out of that drive.
Yeah, this year is the first year that the Ivy League will be participating in the FCS playoffs. So it'd be awesome to see either Yale or Harvard get in. Been a heck of a season for Yale with Dante Reno, the South Carolina transfer.
Rodrigue will just take the knee, so we're going to go to the half. 31-21 for Southeastern. It has been a fireworks display of offense. My goodness, Lucas.
You expected this going into this one. I mean, River Bell, you know something is crazy going to happen. We've seen it year in and year out. We've seen a blocked punt, fumbles on the 1 yard line, interceptions, little things that have turned the tide for a game.
KK Reno got the interception that turned the tide last year against Nichols in Thibodaux. And this one here, they're going into the half with a 10-point lead. It's really interesting to see what we've got going here, because Nichols, an offense that hasn't really found its footing coming into the year, although their last 4 games have been much better under Ian Rodrigue.
115 yards rushing from this Nichols rushing attack.
But right now, we're going to throw it down to our third member, Marissa Porter, with head coach Frank Selfo.
And hi, Coach. It's a Thursday game instead of a Saturday game. What did preparations this week look like?
Same as they are every week. We just get ready to play.
Okay, same as usual. And there was a lot of back and forth on the scoring in the first half. What plan to change do you plan to make in the second half?
Yeah, we got to do a better job stopping the run, right, defensively, and take care of the football on offense. Score touchdowns and get a chance.
Thank you so much. Back to you, Logan.
All right, when we come back here in Hammond, we're going to take a look at the stats of this first half. Don't go anywhere. It's 31-21 going into the break. back in Hammond, Louisiana. We talk about the stats, but it's been the quarterbacks making a big impact on their own. Ian Rodrigue, has been good. He's been solid, and he's been what Nichols has needed going into this one.
He's done his job, and that's what matters most, in my opinion. He's been a game manager, and he's been able to lead drives consistently. 3 scoring drives, no touchdowns yet, but Carson Camp has done well. 2 passing touchdowns on the day. 9-19 has kind of got into a little bit of a slump the last couple weeks, but he's getting back and getting his feet wet. Back into this offense, looks really good through one half.
But the real story of the game is the rushing attack for both teams. DeAndre Jackson has 72 yards. Nichols has 115 yards on the ground already.
Yeah, and they've come from explosive plays. I mean, it's been a really good job of being able to be consistent. You know, you've been able to get guys like Corey Warren on a big run. You've gotten Shane Lee, Mikael Brock. All 3 of those backs have played a significant role in helping Nichols stick around in this football game.
Yeah, DeAndre Jackson had that big one that led to the field goal on 3rd and 15 plus the penalty. But for Nichols, it's been running back by committee. 50 yards, 47 yards, 16 yards, 13 yards. But it's really interesting to see where this second half is going to go. We're going to be right back. We're going to talk about the playoffs. back in Hammond, Louisiana. And Lucas, this game has so much more than just bragging rights involved. It's also an opportunity for Southeastern to be one of potentially 3 teams getting into the playoffs for the Southland this year.
You know, I've talked about it all year long with an opportunity for Southeastern to be the 3rd team in the FCS playoffs. Stephen F. Austin with an opportunity to be in the top 8 seed. Lamar in contention for a top 16 seed to host. Southeastern right now on many projections considered to be the last 4 into the FCS playoffs. They certainly deserve it with the resume that they have put together. And on offense, I mean, it's hard to deny what they've been able to do. Lamar has been able to do some incredible things as a whole. 2 big wins over top 10 teams in the FCS. And then Stephen F. Austin, just incredible season from what they've had, outright winning the Southland Conference title, getting the automatic qualifier into the FCS.
Stephen F. also playing tonight for the Chief. They're up big over Northwestern State, as many expected. They're looking to be 10-2 going into the playoffs. Southeastern actually 2nd in the conference, despite losing head-to-head against Lamar, because Lamar now has 2 conference losses. But the big story here, UTRGV, 4-3 in conference in their first year of existence. They're 8-3. All 3 teams above them, though, are those 3 losses, though.
It's been a heck of a season for a team like the University of Texas Rio Grande Valley in their first full year as a football program, and you have an opportunity to win 9 games this Saturday. Just a heck of a way that they've started this season, and the future is bright out in Rio Grande.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting finish to this game. It's going to be an interesting finish to the Southland Conference this season. Don't go anywhere. It's still 31-21 here at halftime. Back in Hammond, Louisiana, let's take a look at some highlights, Lucas.
I mean, what a start to this game for Southeastern coming off the turnover. You get a big route to Jalen DiMaggio. This was one of his first of 3 touchdowns on the game. You know, he's defined himself as truly one of the best backs or wide receivers in the country. This is one of the first touchdowns from Shane Lee on the day. This is the second one from Jalen DiMaggio, a guy that, you know, a little bit about Shane Lee. He's been a guy that has been one of the more reliable backs so far for Nichols the last 4 weeks of the season. Really has turned a new leaf and been a big factor into how this rushing game has defined Southeastern season. This might be probably one of the catches of the year, at least a highlight reel for a SportsCenter top 10 play in the back of the end zone.
Corey Warren right there getting his first carry of the game, making me learn his name for certain.
This offensive line has really came to play for both teams. I thought they've really established themselves well, both with over 100 yards rushing in the first half. Logan, we're in for a barn burner, man. I'm excited for the second half.
I love me some rivalry football, man. It's one of the best things there is in the world. We're creeping in on that second half kickoff. Southeastern will receive. They want to go up 3 scores. It's 31-21. Back in Hammond, Louisiana, less than a minute away from this second half kickoff. Lucas, we've talked about it to death, but this game means everything to both teams for a number of reasons beyond that. But you can see right in that first video, tucked away in the corner by the construction, it's the River Bell Trophy.
The River Bell Trophy has traveled to hasn't stayed in the home stadium for the last 7 years of this great rivalry. A very, very tight series between the two teams. 17-18, Southeastern with the record holder right now.
There's the beauty that that the winning team is going to make the run for at the end of this game. But on top of that, it's also senior night.
I believe they also redid the trophy not too long ago.
Well, it deserves it. Even throughout the break of Southeastern not having a football program, this one means everything. You can see the trophy still has Southeastern's former logo. I think that just makes it better. But here we are, ready for the second half kickoff. Brandon Hayes back to return, and they're actually going to send it deep. Kyrie Paul watching it go into the end zone. Little bit of wind heading that direction. Not much worth talking about. Not like it was against Northwestern State about a month ago. My goodness, that wind was crazy. But now Carson Camp going to come out to start the second half. We talked about this during the break. If Southeastern want a touchdown here, could make this about as blown open as it can be in this kind of game for Southeastern.
Yeah, this is an opportunity for you to open the floodgates for this game, and I'm not going to say it's going to get out of hand, because anything can happen in this football game, but every score is going to matter from here on out in this football game.
It's any given Thursday this time around. DeAndre Jackson in the backfield behind Camp. It's going to go through Carson Camp's legs. A low snap. Jackson's going to try to fall on it. Camp tackled near the goal line.
That might
Nichols
be a
has
safety.
the ball. It's actually going to be a safety.
Wow.
In favor of the Colonels, and you talk about momentum shifting right away. A low snap turns into 2 points for the Colonels.
Wow, what an incredible turn of events in favor of Nichols coming out the half. Holden Kierakowski, the All-American center, with a bad snap to start it off. It's low. DeAndre Jackson tries to fall on it. Carson Camp needs to fall on that football. He doesn't need to try and pick it up and make something out of nothing. But it ends up in a safety, and all of a sudden, Nichols makes this an 8-point ball game, and they're getting the football right back with an opportunity to potentially tie this football game up.
I don't want to say that's a bad omen, but if you've ever seen the start of Super Bowl 47 between the Seahawks and the Broncos, snap goes over Peyton Manning's head, and from there, it was off to the races for the Seahawks to win their first in franchise history. Jack Hunter out to do the honors. They're going to need a good kick here. Nichols has some momentum really early in this third quarter. High spiraling punt. Brock going to step up. Watch it bounce. It's going to go out of bounds. And is that not a penalty?
I think not on a punt.
Well, it's a free kick regardless.
Never mind.
Yes,
a penalty.
They do drop the penalty. Smart by Miguel Brock for letting that one go out of bounds. There'll be a few extra yards for the Colonels. And I mean, if you're Tommy Rybacki, the only better start would have been picking that ball up yourself and getting into the end zone. They're going to have it right at midfield.
It's sudden change for both teams. All of a sudden, Nichols has a little bit of momentum, but how does this offense respond? Kind of got shut down the second to last drive of the half. Now with the momentum in your back pocket and sitting at midfield, can you counter off of it?
Rodriguez going to hand it off to Brock, who's going to follow his block but run into a man. Good tackle by Zach Johnson. Going to cut down Brock for a gain of a couple.
This Nichols offensive line has come to play, but a very good opening in play by Zach Johnson, being able to get away from the mess inside and just get able to get the tackle in the interior. I know that they're going to continue to try that outside zone and get the reach blocks out in front so they can pin this Southeastern offense or defense to the outside.
Yeah, this Lions defense has been unbelievable. Rodrigue going to swing it out too. Brock again, Zach Johnson on the spot. One of the two men to bring him out of bounds. Be 3rd and 5, playing from the 45. You saw right there, they've allowed a little under 10 points a game in the last 6, excluding this one.
They're going to go heavy. I wouldn't be surprised if we see
4-down territory.
Not necessarily 4-down territory, but I wouldn't be surprised if you see a direct snap.
Coming out for the Wildcat look. Shane Lee scored twice off of that already. He would love to add a 3rd. He's actually going to bounce into the left side, picks up a great block, but an even better tackle. Ian Connerly Goodley.
What a great job of Ian Connerly Goodley being able to scrape up out on the inside of those reach blocks and make initial contact on Shane Lee, and then the rest of the Southeastern Green is able to pick up the rest, and it's 4-down territory.
Either that or another pooch punt for Rodrigue. We've seen it once before. He got a 48-yard punt last time, trying to draw the defense off sides. Now he's going to step back, receive it, and kick it away. No one back to return, and that one's going to take a bounce into the end zone. That's ideal for Southeastern. They're going to get it back at the 20. Just a great job for Bill DeTavio's unit. It's still 31-23 when we come back.
DSLD Mortgage is more than just a home mortgage lender. Whether you're buying your first home or refinancing, we're with you every step of the way. We take the time to listen, learn exactly what you need, and make sure you're confident in your mortgage solution. With licensed mortgage professionals available across the southern region of the U.S., you have lots of options to make your perfect home a reality. We want to be your first choice to get you one step closer to your dream home. DSLD Mortgage, any loan, any home.
Drop, yo.
As an official sponsor of the NFL, Jersey Mike's wants you, Eli Manning, to be our new spokesperson.
I'm in. I love Jersey Mike's.
Hold on. Jersey Mike's new spokesperson? You're stealing my job.
I don't want to steal anything.
Lies. Eli's.
I just love these subs.
You'll be hearing from my lawyer. He's very prompt.
Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Hey, that's my line. A sub above.
In my Louisiana, sunrise means fresh seafood on the table.
My Louisiana, every meal is a celebration.
My Louisiana really makes me wonder.
Ours is fast!
With real-life swamp creatures!
In my Louisiana, music is a way of life.
My Louisiana is sheer magic, from sun up to sundown.
Till sunup again. What will your Louisiana be?
When you find your Louisiana, you feed your soul.
Back in Hammond, Southeastern escapes with just 2 points on the board for Nichols. Camp running it quick. DeAndre Jackson gets the handoff. He slips free, but he's going to go down. Jake Dalmato going to get him after a few yards. Weather stayed pretty nice in Hammond. Just a little bit of kick of the wind. 2nd and 7 going to be now. It's a little under 70 degrees now, around 8 p.m. Here at the Berry. Perfect football weather. I mean, if it was this temperature all year round, I would wear shorts all the time. Camp low snap again. He's going to hand it off to DeAndre Jackson again. Going to get close to the first down. They maybe will. Yes, they will give him the first.
I think they're going to establish the run game and
hold on to the football.
And
they've got, like we said, 5 running backs. And when you add Kyle Lowe, you've got 6 people who can handle the football efficiently for this Southeastern offense. Rodeo Graham, Kyle Lowe, Kyrie Paul has come on as of late. DeAndre Jackson, Jaden Henry, Calvin Smith, all of them are reliable with the football in their hands. You're going to see 2 of them here, the Jet and Kyle Lowe. 1st and 10 from 30. Jackson in motion. Lowe just going to tuck it, follow his man, bounce to the left side. Potter gave him a good block. Kyle Lowe still going. Gonna mark him down about a yard shy of the first. And yeah, Lucas, if you are Southeastern,
man down.
yes, man down. That's the man who's made a couple of booming hits today for Nichols. Peyton Talley. Unsure what happened, but we do hope he's okay.
It's getting a little chippy out there. I know Noah Devlin was chirping a little bit with Anthony Rogers being held back and constrained. You got to keep your poise. I know it's a rivalry game and I know it's heated, but this is one of those games where you just got to keep your composure throughout this football game.
Absolutely, but at the same time, you got to admit it's very hard to keep your composure when you see a team across from you that you just hate.
You and I both know from playing in rivalry games like this, I mean, it's a very tough environment to be able to keep your composure, but
Get you out of character.
Yeah, you got to be able to just maintain the composure and just limit these penalties that could eventually hurt you when it's all said and done.
Yeah, thankfully no penalties that time. They did get him off the field. Maybe going to get another look to see what happened here.
Looks like he might have gotten rolled up.
Yeah, not sure. Camera angle didn't really show it, but he did get off the field, so we're happy to see Talley off under his own power. But if they can establish the ground game, Southeastern's in a very good position. Gonna hand it off to, I believe that's Calvin Smith. Gonna pick up the first down, keep this thing rolling.
That might be DeAndre Jackson that's hurt.
Oh no.
Yeah, he got rolled up into that pile as well.
DeAndre Jackson gonna pick himself up. He's gonna come up skipping and he's gonna go back down. That's not good for this Southeastern team. They've got so many guys that can handle the rock, but DeAndre Jackson has been far and away the best of the bunch.
Yeah, another big, this will be a big loss for Southeastern if they're there to lose number 3. Knowing how much he's grown and how much he's contributed to this football game.
Just a pile of bodies went down awkwardly. Looked like he got sandwiched by the defender going down. Nothing malicious behind that. That's just one of the odds of the sport. Getting checked out by the trainers. They are working on that ankle. Coach Selfo coming out. But to your point, Lucas, if they do want to establish the run, this is the ideal time to do it. Another look at that one. And yeah, he just gets rolled up by the defender. Like that might have been either Jacob Carpenter or Arrington Adams coming off the edge, and they're going to have to help camp off the field. Round of applause from the Lions faithful. And for a team looking to go into the playoffs, this means so much more than just an injury.
Definitely favoring that right ankle. I know that DeAndre Jackson, for how he runs, how hard he has been running throughout this year, and you know his legs start to take a toll on him, especially when you get into those little roll-ups when you're in the middle of a tackle. Those tend to hurt. And
Carson Camp coming back into the game. 11-12 left in the third quarter. 8-point game after the safety to start. Jordan Williams across the formation. It's first down. Camp straight drop, throwing quick. Kentrell Prejean catches and falls to the ground. Gain of about 4, maybe 5.
I would expect for Southeastern, if they want to get this passing game involved, they got to get the quick game going. I mean, you got to get these underneath routes, guys like Jalen DiMaggio, Kentrell Prejean, and Brandon Hayes, guys that carry speed with them. You're going to have to utilize them a lot. Well, 5-wide look here. Definitely wouldn't be surprised if you see a couple of big, deep routes.
DiMaggio and Hayes on the same side of the field. Linebacker shaded over Brandon Hayes. Looking to throw it quick out to Jalen DiMaggio. He's going to catch it. Almost looked like it went through his hands for a second, but he's going to field it a little past midfield. It's going to be 3rd and short. Going to bring in the heavy men. 2 tight end look with Jaden Henry. third and about a full yard.
Guy on third and short would be Jaden Henry, especially on these down and distance situations.
Big grad transfer Kyle Lowe also in the game, so there's that element of trickery. They're just going to give it to Henry, who's going to put the shoulder down, get the first down, and plenty more. Out around the 40-yard line. They are, yeah, you said it, they're establishing the run on this drive. They're taking this clock as far as they can get it. I don't think they're going to be trying to change that momentum, that form, anytime soon.
Yeah, I think Coach Anthony Selfo went into halftime, just saw what had been going on and said, hey, man, we got to be able to wear down this defense. This is a defensive line that plays the same 4 guys throughout the entire game. I know they've had a good bit of losses.
Henry takes a hit. He's going to pick up about 3 yards.
I mean, this is a stingy defensive line. I know they lost a guy like Rasheed Lovelace to the transfer portal, who's an All-American and Southland Conference Freshman of the Year a couple years ago, made a huge impact out there in Thibodaux. But man, this is a defensive line that is not very deep, but well, I mean, they've been able to find their consistency, and they continue to play hard, and they're very, very feisty up front.
2 backs in now, Kyrie Paul and Jaden Henry. Lowe gonna swing it out to Paul. Man in front of him. Excellent tackle made in the open field by Ty Marsh. Big loss on second down.
Tries to get the swing out, but it's a good read by Ty Marsh the entire way. Gets Kyrie Paul down. Big third down for Southeastern. Had a good drive going so far. Been able to take time off. What do you do here? I'm looking towards Jordan Williams, who's on an island down at the bottom of the screen.
Carson Camp back in the game, 5 wide look. Anybody could get the football here. Camp just looking to throw it quick out to Dekai Joseph. He's going to pick up some yardage. This kind of play that makes me wonder if they're just going to go for it anyway.
Yeah, I would not be surprised if they decide to go for it. This is a kind of in no man's land. You're not necessarily in Guillermo Garcia's range for a field goal.
Season long at 50, but this is the area of the field where we've seen some magic happen from Carson Camp.
You've seen some trickery too from Coach Anthony Selfo, the offensive coordinator.
4th down and 4. Clock ticks under halfway through this third quarter. They have drained as much as they can. Blitz look for Nichols, and they're sending 4, maybe 5. Camp takes a hit, gets it up, tip to DiMaggio. He didn't pull it in. It's a turnover on downs.
Good pressure up the middle by Tommy Rybacki in this defense, and a massive stop. It was like Jalen DiMaggio initially had it, working off the tip drill. Yeah, DiMaggio was out of bounds too whenever he caught the football. So
if that would have found him instead of being tipped, that would have been a first down.
Massive stop for Coach Tommy Rybacki in this defense.
They got the ball in a great position after the safety. Couldn't do much with it, ended up punting. Southeastern drained a lot of clock on that drive, but that ended up empty as well. For a game that started so hot, it's almost, I don't want to say it's cooled down, it's gotten hotter in a different way. Shane Lee, the back. We're going to give it to the end around on Miguel Barak. Going to cut back in, spin forward for a gain of about 6.
Nichols is kind of like East Texas A&M a little bit with their different offensive formations. Usually they'll go under center and go old school option or old school wing T formation when you get the quarterback under center. You give the direct snap, you get the wildcat look like we're seeing right now.
Yeah, Lee's taking the direct snap so many times already in this game. Going to fake the give, go straight up the middle. He's actually going to get stopped, but he's going to push forward. It's going to be a 3rd and short. I can't imagine they're going to do anything but snap it to Lee again.
It'd be a good decision knowing what you've been able to do to establish the line of scrimmage early on in this football game. Definitely would like to see some trickery right away from Gabe Fertitta's offense.
Yeah, but at the same time, the running game has been so effective for Nichols. It's been an odd third quarter. Safety on the first snap. A 3 and out for Nichols. A long drive for Southeastern that drained a lot of clock and didn't end up with anything. And now this. Motion for Osby. Going to hand it off. Actually, Rodriguez is going to keep it and slip. The turf monster fighting in favor of the Lions. That's unfortunate.
They're going to go for it here, and they understand the stakes. Wouldn't be surprised if you see that. Eric Rodriguez, he has an open hole, but a good shot, but just turf monster gets to him. They're going to try and draw him off sides.
Maybe another pooch punt.
Yep.
He's going to step back. Indeed. He's going to check up around the 10-yard line, take a bounce for the Colonels, settle in at the 7. And another effective pooch punt for Jacob Rodriguez. It's 31-23. A busy but not active third quarter. Well, maybe an interesting development here, Lucas. DeAndre Jackson standing right on the sideline beside his head coach, looking like he might come back into this football game.
It doesn't look like it. I mean, he's walking around the sideline. I mean, he's limping pretty bad right now, Logan. I don't expect to see him in the football game anytime soon.
And Kyle Lowe fakes the give to Jaden Henry. He's going to follow his man, bounce to the outside. Kyle Lowe holding on to the football. Going to pick up about 6 yards. And if you're Southeastern, despite not getting anything on that last drive, this is the type of football you want to force Nichols to play now.
I think this is where you want them to play. I mean, the kind of has been a defensive ball game since the start of this half. And I mean, this is the type of game that Southeastern wants to play. They want to get you into this type of football game, kind of limit what your offense has done. Looks like we got another injured Colonel on the field as well.
Ty Marsh down on a knee. Got his helmet off. Hope he's okay. Southeastern going to use this time. They picked up 7 yards from Kyle Lowe that time. But yes, we've seen them in the past, mainly last year with someone like an Antonio Martin, just chip away at the clock. I believe it was the game against Eastern Washington where they had the ball with 5 minutes left and drained it all the way down to win that football game. That's the type of offense Frank Selfo and Anthony Selfo are trying to run right now. They want to take the clock out of the equation. They want to get the ball all to themselves.
So far, for the most part, it has been working for Southeastern, just being able to work the clock, being able to limit how long that this Nichols offense gets on the field.
Brandon Hayes beside Kyle Lowe now. Gonna send Zane Hooper, the fullback, across. They're gonna get it to Brandon Hayes, who's gonna stretch to the outside, and Hayes is gonna pick up what looks like a first down. That's another facet of Brandon Hayes' game.
You utilize him in a variety of different ways, whether it be in the passing department, you even get him in the return game, or even whenever you get him in the backfield on a rush. You can utilize four in a variety of different ways, and that's just the type of skill set that he brings to the table for the transfer from Southern Miss.
The term Swiss Army knife has been used to death, but Brandon Hayes really fits that bill. You get the football in his hands, and he's going to make something happen. Kyrie Paul joining Kyle Lowe now. Delayed give. Kyrie Paul going to bounce it to the outside, pick up good yardage. Flag coming down behind the play. Kyrie Paul still going across the 40. I'm not sure if this one's going to stand, but a good run by Kyrie Paul.
Looks like they might get Karim Boudreaux on the hold.
Offense is walking back.
Holding, number 63. Offense.
That's exactly what it's going to be.
Penalties half the distance from the previous spot. Repeat first down.
Not what you want to do. Not what you want to see, especially after a really good run from Kyrie Paul.
That was a really good run there from the young freshman from Estruma High School, but it's Karim Boudreaux just getting a little bit of the inside jersey.
Frank Cellphone not happy. The penalties for Southeastern have really been the silent killer all year long. Pretty much cost them the game against Lamar when Caleb Proctor was penalized. You send Paul all the way out. Kyle Lowe empty now. Gets the snap, looking all over the field. He's going to throw it. Collier snags it with one hand. Great catch by Cade Collier, who's still going right around the first down.
How about the tight end making an athletic play? Cade Collier.
They're going to give him the first.
And making the one-handed grab. Just an incredible focus. Being able to corral in that football and working up the field to get himself a first down. How about the catch right there? A little stickiness in the gloves for the big senior.
Yeah, happy senior day, Cade Collier. Have a memory for yourself on the way out. And that keeps the clock running. Southeastern has possessed the ball most of this third quarter, and I think that's exactly what I don't even think that is exactly what they've wanted. Kyrie Paul gonna throw it out to him, gonna cut back in, gain maybe a yard, maybe two. It's been the quick game. Carson Camp checking back in now.
Definitely want to see a little bit of kind of milking the clock a good bit as we enter, getting close to under 2 minutes here in the third quarter. Seeing a couple of seniors take the field for Southeastern. Jet Booker checking into the football game.
He's got some action this year. Another one of the many pieces that Southeastern uses on offense. Low snap, going to give it to Henry, who's going to churn ahead. Make it third down and 3. Keith Johnson, the headline judge, making that call.
Offensive line has done a really good job as a whole being able to hold their own up front. I know that you had a little bit of pre-snap penalties, but Southeastern has made it up in a big way with explosive plays. It's helped them generate a lot of momentum in this third quarter despite giving up just the 2 points. Defensively, seeing a much better defense as a whole.
3rd and 2, they're going to call it. Kyle Lowe going to hand it off. Jaden Henry straight ahead. First down. The drive keeps going.
Man, they are milking this clock away. And
it's probably going to be under a minute by the time this snap comes. Camp checking back in the game. I can't wait to see the stats on the possession in the second half.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they take this about a 10 or 15 play drive. If it does ending up the way Southeastern wants it to.
8-point game. Clock ticks inside of 55. Carson Camp playing on first down. Fake to Henry. We're going to get offsides, a free play maybe. Camp looking downfield for Hayes, trying to come back to the football. Going to be incomplete. The crowd wants pass interference. They're not going to get it. We're going to see what this was by the line of scrimmage. Usually when they let it run, it's a free play, but we're going to see.
Looks like it might have been a false start or an illegal
More than 5 in the
formation.
backfield,
And
illegal formation on
another
the offense.
pre-snap
5-yard
penalty for
Repeat
Southeastern.
first
That play
down.
doesn't even matter. 1st and 15. You can't make this up. I don't want to say it's a discipline issue for Southeastern, but it's been something they've struggled with all season long. And it gets to a point where you have to wonder what's going on. Should probably be the last play of this quarter if Anthony Selfo has anything to say about it. Wilkinson across the formation. Camp going to make some adjustments at the line of scrimmage. And off to Jaden Henry. He's going to get cut down, but stay on his feet. And Jaden Henry right around the line of scrimmage. They do not need to run another play. I'm not sure they will. It'll be 2nd and 14 or 15. It's looking like Frank Selfo is going to take this one to the 4th quarter.
They are indeed.
What a bizarre 3rd quarter after the fireworks in the 1st and 2nd. I mean, it's the polar opposite of if you had just tuned in, you would assume that this has been a slugfest defensively. If you didn't know the score and you looked at that 2nd quarter, I don't know what to make of this game.
Man, this has been a dog fight from start, and it's going to be a dog fight all the way to the finish, Logan. River Bell trophy on the line, playoff on the line. Nothing better than that on a Thursday night.
Back here in Hammond, Louisiana, like you said, going into the break, Lucas, it's down to this. 15 minutes, and then it's a race to the River Bell. Southeastern has it, 2nd and 14 at their own 38. They came out of that third quarter with 27 minutes of total possession. Fake to Henry Camp looking to throw, going left side for DiMaggio up top. No penalty.
Wow.
A questionable no call from the officials there.
That I'm kind of confused about. I mean, the ball's still in the air, and Anthony Rogers just tackles Jalen DiMaggio. This is going to give us a good look at it.
He's hugging him as they go to the ground.
Yeah, I'm really surprised, even with that underneath.
It's a good play on the ball by Anthony Rogers, but at the same time, that feels like something you have to call.
It's been a lot of missed calls on both sides. Referees have been letting them play so far tonight.
Camp sending Henry out and back in, checking the coverage. It's 3rd down. It's been a long drive. They're going to hand it off to Henry, who slips by a defender. Henry's going to pick up about 7 yards. It's going to be 4th down, and they're going to bring on the punt unit.
Man, that's a heck of a stand for Nichols. Being able to get off the field. Just an incredible job. Just him being able to do that. I know it's a very frustrating drive for Southeastern. Had the momentum, kind of bleeding clock, and now you got to punt it back to this Nichols offense, who's trying to catch fire in the second half.
Hunter, the lefty, sending that one left. It's going to check up, and just a great punt by Jack Hunter. That one's going to go out of bounds inside the 10-yard line, perhaps. Right at the 10-yard line. It's 31-23. River Bell Trophy up for grabs.
Drop, yo.
DSLD Mortgage is more than just a home mortgage lender. Whether you're buying your first home or refinancing, we're with you every step of the way. We take the time to listen, learn exactly what you need, and make sure you're confident in your mortgage solution. With licensed mortgage professionals available across the southern region of the U.S., you have lots of options to make your perfect home a reality. We want to be your first choice to get you one step closer to your dream home. DSLD Mortgage. Any loan, any home.
In my Louisiana, sunrise means fresh seafood on the table.
My Louisiana, every meal is a celebration.
My Louisiana really makes me wonder.
Ours is fast!
With real-life swamp creatures!
In my Louisiana, music is a way of life.
My Louisiana is sheer magic, from sun up to sundown.
Till sunup again. What will your Louisiana be?
When you find your Louisiana, you feed your soul.
Credit Union One offers everything you need to get the most out of your accounts every day. With digital banking, you can pay bills online, set up personalized budgeting tools, easily transfer money between accounts, and more. Plus, you can get paid up to 2 days sooner when you set up direct deposit. Get started at cu1.com. Credit Union One free checking has everything you need to bank on the go. Make deposits and more with our highly rated mobile app. And get your direct deposit up to 2 days sooner with CU1 Early Pay. Open your account in minutes at creditunion1.org.
Back in Hammond, a little over 14 minutes, and they're coming out with a direct snap formation for Shane Lee. Going to keep it, run it to the right side, gets a block. Shane Lee has a first down, or at least close to it. Bill DeTavio not happy with how this defense looks against the run.
I wish we get a replay, because what a block by Jaden Milton, the redshirt sophomore from Berwick, Louisiana, on the zone, able to pop KK Reno to spring Shane Lee free for a few extra yards. They're going to go direct snap the rest of this drive, I would think.
Lee going to keep it, go into a wall of Lions defenders, and they hit him hard back. Ian Rodriguez split out left. on that play.
Good job of Jakiri Jones being able to read the play all the way, scraping underneath the guard. He's able to get the tackle for loss.
And if you're Nichols, you see Southeastern trying to drain the clock, and you say we can play that game too. Their running game has been definitely more in bursts than Southeastern's has, but it's still been incredibly effective at chipping away at this defense. It also opens up the pass. Brock's going to get the jet sweep. Following a blocker to the left side, and Miguel Brock has a lot of room to run, pushed out of bounds by Carter Hanberry.
You know, this is one of the things where I talked about the old school wing T formation. When you get a running back like that in motion, gives you a lot of different looks to either hand it off or fake it and give it right up the middle. Two very speedy options for Nichols to utilize. Off the little reverse out to Miguel Brock. Really solid run. Shows you that burst of speed that he has whenever he turns up the field.
Going back to the direct snap. You mentioned at the beginning he could throw the ball here. They've pretty much run it every time since. Brock gonna run to the left side, run into a big Ahmad Bradley. Gonna pick up about 5 yards.
I think they're going to keep up with running the football, just continuing to put their foot on the gas pedal. I already said if it ain't broke, don't fix it. This running game has had a heck of a showing against one of the best defenses in the Southland Conference. In fact, top 10 nationally in all of FCS football.
Yeah, if Southeastern can't stop it, Nichols should genuinely just keep running the football down inside of 12 minutes. Brock in the backfield. They're going to hand it to him. He's going to run into Juria Johnson, one of the men there. Cam Ford also. Some scrapping between Zach Johnson and Dufresne. Both men want a flag, but it doesn't look like we're going to get one. It's going to be 3rd and, call it 3rd and 4, 3rd and 3. We're at that point in the game, Lucas.
We've been at that point in the game since the opening kickoff, Logan. I mean, we've already talked about rivalry games and how much they mean. You can tell this means so much to both of these teams right now.
Shane Lee, the back. Rodrigue going to run to the right side. He's going to be put down close to the first down. It looks like he's going to have enough.
Gets just enough.
We're at that point in the offense. I wouldn't be surprised to see Nichols try to bust out another trick.
They're bound to. I would not be surprised if they go quick to the line of scrimmage and run that same play they ran near the 30 that got a touchdown early in the game out to Corey Warren.
Shane Lee coming back into this thing. They've got both of those men they've used during the direct snaps. Barking for a timeout on the far sideline.
There was a lot of talking.
First charge of the second half.
Whenever you look at trying to get the new trying to get the new play out, just recognizing the different look that Southeastern brought. They were bringing the house. Nichols was able to recognize that and call the timeout.
It's 31-21, 10:08 left in the 4th. Nicholls State doing their own job, chipping away at the clock. Rodrigue takes a snap, turn around, hand to Shane Lee, runs into a wall of defenders, but he keeps on moving. That's been the thing. First contact has not put these backs down.
No, not at all, and they've done a really good job. Things getting a little chippy out there, continuing to be, and like you mentioned, Logan, it's 3 yards in a cloud of dust for both of these teams at this point in the ball game.
5 yards in a cloud of turf pellets right there across midfield. I think we're a little bit beyond chippy at this point. We were chippy the moment the bus from Thibodaux arrived. Rodrigue coming out in the shotgun. Hasn't thrown the ball much, if at all, in this second half. Hasn't needed to. But he is going to throw it here. Scratch that. He's going to tuck it and run. Slips off of Elkman, and he's going to pick up the first down on the ground.
Max Elkman has the tackle, too, in the backfield. That's got to be frustrating. But a good job in being physical from Ian Rodrigue. Just being able to bounce off of that tackle and get the first down and keep the drive going.
Under 9 minutes left to play. This second half has gone by in what feels like a zip. There's no telling what this game is going to, what the second half was going to look like after that opening snap safety. But here we are now. Fake to Brock. Shane Lee going to get it and get cut down. Get about 3 yards there.
Good job of Shakespeare Lewis being able to step up from his corner position and get the tackle. Look, they are chipping away at this clock, and they recognize what Southeastern wants to do as a whole on the offensive side of the ball. So they say anything you can do, I'm going to try and do better.
They're certainly doing a pretty good job of it here. Rodrigue in the shotgun with Miguel Brock. Going to tap it to Brock. Leading receiver on this team is going to run into a wall of Lions defenders. He's going to get dragged backwards and flung down by Ian Connerly Goodley.
You want to talk about the heart and soul of this Southeastern Lions defense. It is Ian Connerly Goodley, a guy that spent a year over at Troy last year, came back to Southeastern Louisiana. Boy, did he do a great job in his return. He's been a very aggressive downfield tackler. You know, I talked with him during the week, and one of the things that he's mentioned is that he's become more of a guy that's all over the field, not just in run support, but also when it comes to getting turnovers.
Major third down, Rodrigue throwing. It's knocked down at the line of scrimmage. Khalid Moore, Johnny on the spot. It's going to bring up fourth down, and the question now becomes, how aggressive do you want to be?
This is 4-down territory. You're in no man's land at this point in time. What a job by Khalid Moore being able to get his big hands up there. He has he has Karaz Johnson on the outside. If he's able to get it out to him, that's a first down. Massive PBU from Khalid Moore, and a big fourth down. Could be the game right here, Logan.
Everybody on the right side. Rodrigue gonna roll that way, looking to throw, and it's caught wide open downfield. Karaz Johnson.
Missed out on Karaz Johnson because of the PBU from Khalid Moore, but they go right back out to number 3. What a throw from Rodrigue. Sees the little hole in the zone, and he's able to take advantage of that. And all of a sudden, Nicholls back inside the red zone for the first time this half.
You're down 8 points. Clock ticks under 7 minutes. They've drained nearly 6 of those in this quarter.
Watch out for
They're coming quick.
Watch out for the toss.
Toss to Shane Lee. They scored on this play. Lee's actually looking to throw downfield. Oh, it's incomplete. Connerly Goodley in coverage. He almost had the pick.
It was only a matter of time before we saw Shane Lee throw the football. Gabe Fertitta getting a little creative, but a great, just a bit underthrown. And Ian Connerly Goodley in good coverage knocks the football away. Kind of got away with a little pass interference as well.
It's that kind of game, Lucas.
Yeah, they're letting these dudes play to the end.
Rodrigue in the shotgun. He loses the snap, and he's just going to fall down on it. We've seen it for both sides now. A disaster before the play could even get underway. It's a big loss. It's a bigger third down.
Just unable to handle onto the snap. Rodrigue very lucky to fall back on it. Now he lost, looks like he lost almost 10. It's going to be 3rd and 19. This is a massive third down if you're Southeastern. This crowd is getting into it. This is the loudest we've heard it all year long.
And this is 4-down territory without a question, so I would imagine they're going to try to get something back so you can go for it on 4th. Shotgun. They're just going to hand it off to Miguel Brock, who's going to pick up about 4 or 5 yards. It's going to be 4th down. And it looks like they're going to send on the field goal unit for Nichols. Going to try to get some points out of this.
Really interesting that they decide to go for a field goal, but I would definitely watch out. You've got Ian Rodrigue still out there holding. I'm playing it safe if I'm Southeastern. I'm not letting anything get out in front of me.
9 of 12 on the year is Showalter on field goals. Kick is up, trailing left, on its way, and he got it. It's a 5-point ball game with 5 minutes left to go. 31-26. How can you not love Thursday night rivalries? Back in Hammond, Louisiana, a little over 5 minutes to go in what has been a hotly contested River Bell Classic for the 36th edition. Nichols is going to send it away. This is a high kick. Kyrie Paul going to step up to field it. Going to get chopped down in the open field. Great. It's been great coverage on special teams all game for Nichols. They have not let this return unit for Southeastern get going.
Yeah, they've done really good of just being able to contain as a whole, not allowing the big returns majority of the game.
Looked as though a flag may have slipped out of the referee's pocket around the other 40-yard line. Or maybe not. It's going to be a...
The penalty advances the ball to the 30-yard line.
Offsides, perhaps, on the kickoff?
No, it would have been a re-kick if it was an offsides.
Well, aren't you allowed? I think you're allowed to choose. Not sure. Either way, it's the ball at the 30-yard line for Southeastern. Or are we about to hear the announcement? They're moving it further to the 35. They may be re-kicking it here. Yeah, I think that's exactly what's going to happen. They're going to re-kick it. So maybe I was right.
Yes, so.
I'm not sure. That was a strange sequence for what has been a strange second half. Well, now you get this ball back. Nichols has 2 timeouts. If you're Frank Selfo, you want to end this thing with the ball in your hands. A touchdown's nice, but you know what's even better is bleeding the clock until it hits 000 and you can make that run.
Like I've mentioned, we've seen crazier ends to games the last couple of years here in Hammond, Louisiana.
Although this does offer the possibility for a better hit return from Brandon Hayes or Kyrie Paul. It'll also take a few extra seconds off the clock. That first kickoff was at 5:07. This one's at 5:03. Every second is meaningful in a game that has turned into what it is now. And it's going to be even higher in the air. Fair caught by
Rodeo Graham.
Rodeo Graham, excuse me. Around the 35-yard line. It's beyond chippy at this point. So 5:03 left in the River Bell Classic, 31-26. I can't wait to see how this one comes to an end. Because Kyle Lowe's coming out onto the field.
And Coach Frank Selfo talked during the week about the last couple of games that have been played. Well, he's obviously not seen a win here in Hammond against this Nichols team, but seen some crazy endings, and we're in for one tonight.
It's a 5-0 shutout currently for the Colonels in the second half. And off Jaden Henry straight up the middle. Dalmato bringing him down at the line. Like we said, 2 timeouts for Nichols. They're going to try to hold on to those.
Yeah, I would definitely hold on to them when you get back on offense. It's an opportunity for you to potentially put some more points on the board. I want to see Southeastern kind of get some more quarterback runs involved. I want to see Kyle Lowe go on options, maybe get some design runs.
Well, this is where the loss of DeAndre Jackson is felt even greater. Jaden Henry sort of become the feature back in this second half. We haven't seen much of Calvin Smith. Low straight drop, looking to throw. It's caught by DiMaggio, who gets taken off his feet. An excellent open field tackle. He's been picked on a little bit today, has been Anthony Rogers, but he's made up for it when he gets the chances. It's going to be 3rd and short.
Pretty good throw from Kyle Lowe on the quick slant. Even better job, better tackle to prevent DiMaggio from getting to the first down marker. Massive 3rd down for Southeastern Louisiana. I would say now, Logan, if they start to get that, if they get this first down, I would consider, if I'm Tommy right back, and start using some of my timeouts.
Fake 2. And Kyle Lowe's going to pick up the first down. Fake to Brandon Hayes, fake to Henry, and Kyle Lowe keeps that clock moving. We're going to move inside of 3.5 to go. It's like watching a leech suck the blood out of you. Helpless are the Nichols fans, but to watch as Southeastern tries to drain the clock, drain their chances of ruining Southeastern's season. They're going to take this one as far as they can get it. Henry still in the backfield. Going to turn around, hand it to him. Jaden Henry following his blocks. Jaden Henry has another first down.
Who says the loss of DeAndre Jackson hurts? When you have a running back room that is as deep as Southeastern's, when you talk about guys like Jaden Henry, Calvin Smith, Rodeo Graham and company, and when you're behind one of the best offensive lines in the Southland Conference, it helps. It helps you even more. You got 2 tight ends that can block as well with Cade Collier and Aiden Wilkinson, who've had a heck of a game in run blocking.
Kyle Lowe going to give it to Henry again, who's just slipping off of defenders. Jaden Henry holding on to the football. A bull inside the 15-yard line. That might be the straw that breaks the camel's back. Right back, you looking to let this one go to the 2-minute timeout. What more can you ask out of Jaden Henry?
Look at the strength of Jaden Henry. Just bouncing off of tackles, continuing to churn his legs. And Southeastern Louisiana 2 minutes away from taking back the River Bell Classic.
Jaden Henry has looked nigh unstoppable. If they want to make the run of the River Bell Trophy, they got to keep running the football. Kyle Lowe and Jaden Henry have been the two on this drive. They've sucked nearly 3 minutes off of this clock already. A first down all but seals it. Motion from Hayes. Going to fake the orbit to him and give it to Henry, who's going to slip. And Tommy Rybacki not wasting any time rushing down to call the timeout.
Second charge of the
They've
second
got
half.
one more of those.
30 seconds.
We talked about this a little bit over the break, Lucas. Best case scenario for Nichols is Guillermo Garcia Rodriguez misses the field goal after a third down stop. They get the ball inside of the 15, around a minute and 10 left to go.
You know, we already said this type of games were going to come down to the wire, and boy, is it living up to the hype. I mean, this is one of those games that you knew implications were high, and both teams were going to start playing their best football. Nichols in years past has been the victor of some of these games, especially when playoff implications are on the line. In fact, I could say the same for both teams.
Kyle Lowe, long handoff. Jaden Henry has a field ahead of him, and Jaden Henry might have just iced it. Touchdown, Southeastern.
I love it when a running back gets loose and he shakes and bakes. What a job from this offensive line. One of our keys to the game was who was going to own the line of scrimmage. Southeastern truly owned that one on that drive. What a drive for Jaden Henry. And what an opportunity that Southeastern has. Don't say never, Logan.
Oh, I'm not saying anything.
We still got a 2-possession game, but enough time for Nichols to potentially come out and score.
Extra point is good by Garcia Rodriguez. It is a 12-point game. Minute 49, one timeout left for Nichols. Southeastern finally gets on the board here in the second half.
Extracurriculars out on the field. It looks like Guillermo Garcia got knocked down after the play. Southeastern players did not like that, and Nichols might have retaliated. Depends on who did the referee see last that drew the flag.
Let's see.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 0 of the receiving team.
Penalty on Nichols.
On the kickoff. That is his first unsportsmanlike conduct of the game.
Going to be applied on the kickoff more than likely. And if you're Tommy Rybacki, you see that you're already not thrilled with the scoreboard. You're definitely not thrilled with another penalty. Let's see right there. Yeah, he goes down. Then it looks like
it was a little bit of retaliation from Southeastern, but it was about the last one who was saw. That was Lawrence Sullivan that was involved. You got to know better. A guy that's been one of the best DBs in the Southland Conference. Your teammates have looked up to you. You can't make mistakes like that in an environment like this that might hurt your team down the stretch, especially when it comes to the last 2 minutes of this game.
It's been chippy all day, but that's when it starts to break down. Under 2 minutes left to go. Mahler gonna send it away. He's just gonna kick it straight out of the end zone, not give any chance to return. Looked like that one went off the uprights. Give Southeastern 3 extra points. It's 38-26. And you said it already, Lucas, but what a drive that was for Jaden Henry. That's probably the best work he's done in a Lions uniform.
He shows you the power that he brings to this running back room, and boy, did he showcase that on full display. Here it is, probably the last chance for Gabe Fertitta in this Nichols offense. Opportunity to potentially score. You need an onside kick and another score for you to potentially win the football game.
Rodrigue looking to throw, stepping up from the pressure, going to throw it into the dirt. Just a lot of contact all around, feet getting tangled. Pass is incomplete.
They're going to have to go to the air on the next couple of plays. You don't have really much of a choice. Backed up inside the 30-yard line. You got to go down the field.
That might have been one of Rodrigue's first passes since the second quarter.
Yeah, it's been a while since he's thrown a pass. They're going to probably empty it out. They're going to try to find the little wrinkles in the Southeastern defense that they want to try and hit in the middle of.
There's not too many big names in this secondary, but they all contribute. Rodriguez stepping up, throwing over the middle. Scrappy Osby getting chased down by KK Reno, who's going to pick up a block, get out of bounds past the 35-yard line. You can chip away all you like, but you got to watch the clock. Minute 36 left. One timeout for Nichols. The one thing you can't do here, aside from a turnover, is take a sack. You cannot afford to get sacked if you're Ian Rodriguez. Shotgun now, going to take the snap, fake the give. Step up, throw it to Brock, who fields it. Going to take it across the 40, out at the 41-yard line. 6 seconds off the clock for 4 yards is not what you need.
You're going to have to get your playmakers involved. I haven't seen much of Everett Hunter, the 6'4", 245-pound transfer from New Mexico, lined up at tight end. Don't be surprised if you see something over the middle open up and they aim for the big tight end.
If you're Southeastern here, I imagine you're just trying to keep everything in front of you. You let Ian Connerly Goodley and Shakespeare Lewis keep the top on the defense. Rodriguez looking to throw for his man over the middle of the field. There it is. Delahousse making the tackle on Dufresne, and they're going quick.
Yeah, I knew that Nichols was going to try and pick on Blaine Delahousse most of the game. Haven't seen a lot of Delahousse kind of get picked on, but this time, don't be surprised if they go his way.
Rolling to the right side, it's dropped by Osby. And just another simple mistake. One of the many things that have plagued Nichols all year long.
You know, you look back at the beginning of the season, and Nichols has had their offensive struggles, but you thought that defense could make it up for them after that opening win against a top-5 UIW. I thought that this might have been a wide-open conference. Since then, the struggles continued. Most of it is because of pre-snap penalties and losing the turnover battle that has hurt them, especially when they get on the opposite side of the 50.
Snap to Rodriguez, pressure coming quick. Delahousse in coverage. He's going to make the catch. Is Dufresne. He's called his name a few times. The clock was going to run. So there's a flag actually back by the line of scrimmage. It's going to be holding on Nichols.
Penalty is 10 yards from the previous spot.
The benefactor of that one. And that's one of the many reasons he's been so reliable and so unbelievably helpful for this Lions defense. Look how far back that puts them. It's going to be 2nd and 20. Right at midfield. You need a quick strike, and you need it really quick. Under a minute, Rodriguez looking to throw. Pressure coming from Josh Randall. Holding going to be called again. Rodriguez rolling to the right side. He's going to go down anyway. This Lions defense has had its struggles today, but this is where they find their best.
Evan Aubrey with his 4th sack in the last 5 games.
Holding, number 71, offense. The penalty is
decline that penalty.
Brings up third down.
Sack. 46 seconds left. It's 3rd and a mile, and they need a miracle.
That's a really good job of pass rush from all across the line of scrimmage. Now your ears are pinned back on 3rd and about 26 at this point.
Watch Josh Randall. Pressure coming. He lost his helmet. Going to throw outside. Another penalty coming in. Randall causing havoc even if he's not on the stat sheet.
Looked like Rodriguez was a little slow getting up as well. Same with Khalid Moore.
It's been that type of game, Lucas. A lot of these guys are going to feel it like a couple of hours after.
Personal foul, hands to the face, number 71, offense. Penalty is 15 yards from the previous spot. Repeat 3rd down. Number 44 of the defense can stay in the game because the helmet's an off-5 penalty.
Then Texas A&M Commerce, now East Texas, where this Lions defense just took what they were given and ruined the game and a potential comeback for East Texas. And they're doing the very same thing here. It is, you can't even see the original line of scrimmage on the TV screen. This is unbelievable. 3rd and
that's 3rd
41. I can't believe what I'm seeing here. Defense definitely playing off coverage here. Rodriguez stepping up, looking to throw. Pressure on him again. He's got a lot of room if he wants to run it, and that's exactly what he's going to do. trotting out of bounds. It's going to be fourth and a long way to go if Nichols wants to steal this.
Well, you got to score quick. You're probably going to have to go to the end zone if you're Nichols, knowing that it's 22 seconds left. Got to go to the end zone on this play, what could be the final play of the Nichols Colonels season.
4th and
Timeout.
29.
Nichols, their third and final charge timeout.
The defense has their eyes on
30
that
seconds.
coveted River Bell trophy sitting over in the end zone. We're going to get a timeout from Nichols. Give him a second to think about this. The defense for Southeastern has been their strength all season long. And once again, even after they've had their troubles today, they're making their mark on this game.
Man, did they own the second half defensively.
7-5, the second half score. 7-5. That is a poorly pitched baseball game, Lucas. This defense has allowed 3 points in the second half. They've dominated time of possession. If this isn't a playoff team, I don't know what is.
Yeah, Southeastern playing really, really deep, right next to the original line of scrimmage, and now Southeastern's going to take a timeout.
Their first time out of this second half.
30 seconds.
Maybe trying to force Nichols to overthink it.
If I'm Coach Bill DeTavio, defensive coordinator for the Southeastern Lions, I'm probably putting 2 or 3 in the back, at the back, probably about right around where the two safeties originally were, right around the 40-yard line. And I'm putting your 2 linebackers in the middle, or maybe 3 or 4 linebackers and DBs.
When I was
50.
When I was in high school, Lucas, when we were up with a few seconds to go, we had a play called GTFB, get blank blank back, which just put you near the original line markers or the end zone, depending on the situation.
You know, we just called it last play, and we actually put a receiver in the secondary.
Seen that a lot of times with like a Julio Jones or a Rob Gronkowski type, get back there and knock it down. But it's 4th and a mile, and they need more than a Hail Mary. Pressure coming, Rodriguez steps up, and he is sacked! Southeastern's defense makes a statement. Ahmad Bradley is gonna ice it. With 16 seconds to go, it's a knee down and a race for the River Bell Trophy for the Lions.
How about the rush from Ahmad Bradley? Watch 95 coming off the interior.
Twist up front.
Great spin move. Being
Time
able
on
to
the field for
continue to
injury.
work. Oh, this is
the play before, excuse us.
What a rush from Ahmad Bradley coming from the interior. Forces Rodriguez to roll out to the right, and Ahmad Bradley seals the deal. And the River Bell Trophy will be staying in Hammond, Louisiana.
You can see right here.
Good job being able to work back inside, pushes that guard back to the outside, and seals the deal for the Southeastern Lions.
Carson Camp with a knee, and the Lions are gonna make the run for the River Bell Trophy. Jalen DiMaggio, the first one there, deservedly so. 3 touchdowns in the first half. And the Lions become the first team in this decade to win this title, win this trophy at home. I mean, what more could you ask for at a Thursday night college football, Lucas?
Rivalry week is here, and what a start to the week for the final week of the FCS season. Selection Sunday's coming this weekend.
Lions have made their case.
They have definitely made so. Absolute, what a season it has been for Frank Sofo and the Southeastern Lions, looking to go back to the postseason since 2022. Possibly might have sealed the deal for a 3-team Southland Conference bid.
We're going to be right back with one of the best players in this game. Southeastern wins it 38-26. Back down in Hammond, the Lions have reclaimed the River Bell Trophy for the second year in a row. We're going to throw it down to the third member of our team, our sideline reporter, Marissa Porter, with the player of the game. Marissa.
Again, Ian, happy senior night. What emotions are you feeling after tonight's bittersweet win?
I'm so excited just to make history, getting our first win in Strawberry Stadium against Nichols. I'm just happy I'm a part of it. For it being my senior night, my last game in the Berry, I'm just ecstatic. Even though the win may not be clean, we got the win. Now we got a possibility of making the playoffs.
And what's a key takeaway you've had this season and from the program as a whole?
I feel like we're very resilient. We can fight through adversity. We're a great team when we're at our A game, and I just like to see the fight in our team. When one side of the ball is down, the other can pick up our slack. It just makes us dangerous as a whole unit.
Thank you so much. Good luck to you. Back to you, Logan.
Well, thank you so much, Marissa. What a sight it is for the Lions faithful, and seeing that River Bell Trophy staying home. We'll be right back to wrap this one up here in Hammond. Well, Lucas, we're back here in Hammond, and you can see just how happy the Lions are to hold on to this trophy. But what the game does not come down to the stats in this one. It was a rivalry game for the ages in the 36th race to the River Bell Classic, and I can't believe what we saw today.
One of the best. The River Bell Classic has been known for some of the best endings that this rivalry has seen. Two quarterbacks that I thought managed the game well. Both Carson Camp and Ian Rodriguez both did fairly well in this football game. Carson Camp with a pair of scores. Ian Rodriguez faced a lot of pressure today. 3 sacks that he had against him. But it was the running game majority of the time. Jaden Henry on the last drive of the game. 14 carries for 93 yards and the game sealer with under 2 minutes to play.
260 yards on the ground for Southeastern. 413 yards of total offense. A second half score of 7-5. After the first half ended in 31-21. I don't think I could have told you that's what was going to happen in the second half if we watched it. But Southeastern got the ball back. They played the control game, and they ended up taking the River Bell home with them.
I mean, this was a game that was, from start to finish, going to be a dogfight. And boy, were we right. What an incredible game that we saw. Another classic from the River Bell Classic.
Yeah, and Lucas, I got to tell you, it's senior night for these players, but it's also senior night for you, and I got to tell you what a pleasure it's been working with you these few years that we've been on call together.
It's been an honor just being here the last 4 years. You know, really excited for what's more to come, man, and I definitely appreciate that.
And what a way to go out it was. 38-26, the final. Southeastern takes it. So for Lucas Hill, I'm Logan Loving saying so long from Strawberry Stadium in Hammond, Louisiana, where, like I said, Southeastern wins it 38 to Nichols' 26. All games airing on the ESPN networks are streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN.